Procter & Gamble. I went into the food and beverage division, rose into management, had a great time at that company, had tremendous brands. Listen, if you ever drink Folgers coffee,
Make sure you got your papers and pens to take notes.
That, as well as the introduction of the gourmet flavors and citrus hill orange juice and a plethora of other food and beverage brands. But at one point, I decided to delve deeper into health and nutrition. I came into this side of the industry and I met an incredible human being named Roger Hill. The thing that struck me about Roger, understanding I've met thousands of people over the course of my career, he was different. Roger stood out. The thing that struck me about Roger was the way his mind works, his intellect. I believe his mind is a gift from God. It served him well because he can analyze everything in real time. He takes it all in and analyzes it and then moves forward. I call it the ability to find the corners in a circle. Listen, Roger could do it, and that intellect served him well in his career at NASA. Roger used to hold regular meetings with people you can read about in the history books. And if that wasn't great enough, imagine then being recruited away from NASA by the Pentagon. Roger answered their request, went to work at the Pentagon, spent years there, and during both of those careers, Roger was doing his own personal deep dive into health and nutrition for personal reasons and family reasons. But as you might expect, the way his mind works, the way his intellect approaches things, he did not take the chemical route, the pharmaceutical route. Roger looked at things in nature, the synergy when you combine things and the greater good that comes from it. And he took his experience, his professionalism, his knowledge and success, brought all of it here to MoreMito, and I can just say he runs our company. He's our CEO, and we're blessed that that's the case. We're also blessed that he partnered with a brilliant research scientist named Dr. Bevan Elliott. Dr. Bevan, we call him the pride of Clemson, has not just created incredible products. He has created a unique, one-of-a-kind delivery system that allows our ingredients not just to get through your cell walls, but deeper through the walls of your mitochondria. It doesn't matter what's in something if your body can't make full use of it. Well, he's done it with XDS, and that means you don't run out of our products. You go to Walmart and get anything like it. There's nothing like the UltraMito line. You only get them from this company, and people only get them from you. And that's why we're on this call to hear more about all of this. I'm going to turn the call over now to our CEO, Roger Hill. Roger, are you there?
Great to be with you, Dale.
Those of y'all that just joined us, make sure you get your pens and your papers so that you can take notes on how to build your mitochondria, how to get your body healthy, the natural way.
From around the country, actually around the world.
That's what we'll be discussing today.
Every week at MoreMito, we have these different health topics that we talk about. We talk about things like your blood pressure, your blood sugar. We did a series on cancer and diseases like that. But this time, we are talking about how regrowing your mitochondria supercharges your immune system to fight any disease, virus, parasite, even addresses emotional issues as well. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce you to us, especially if you're new. By now, you might know that we're a nutraceutical company and that we're noted for making some profoundly effective products for people and their pets. There's a very good reason for that. It's because of some very unique technology that our scientist, my partner since 2015, Dr. Bevan Elliott, has created. What he's actually doing, I think, is pioneering a new way, a different way to make all of us healthier. What he wants to do to get that done is increase the amount of energy that your cells produce. Okay? That comes from something called your mitochondria. Let me tell you about it. It is responsible for the energy that your body runs on. You used to have a lot more of it, chances are, than you do today. You remember back when you were young, you had all the energy, you barely knew what to do with it. That's because you have the most mitochondria you'll probably have in your life. Okay? But as we go through life, we lose them for a lot of reasons. Diseases you encounter, medications, things you get into in the environment. If you've ever put Roundup on your lawn like I've done to kill weeds, it's also a serial killer of mitochondria. So anyway, by the time you're 60, you'll probably have lost half your mitochondria already. And by the time you're 80 or 90, you'll be down to about 5 or 10%. That can't be great for anything, right? Because everything in your body takes energy. And you notice this as things start to degrade and fail. Maybe you weren't wearing glasses earlier on, but now you wear them now, right? Or maybe you wore glasses before, you got to get a stronger prescription. Your strength and stamina, okay? Very dependent on your mitochondria, less than it was back then. How about the way your brain works? Are you starting to experience some brain fog or possibly not being able to remember things as well as you did before? Again, mitochondria related. How about things like your blood pressure, your blood sugar, maintaining your ideal weight? All of those get more difficult as we lose mitochondria. Now, what about encountering a bad disease or having a bad accident? We always say the older we are, we don't want to be getting hurt. We don't want to have a bad disease, right? Again, immune systems are weaker then because of that loss of mitochondria. So what do we want to do here at MoreMito? What is Dr. Yeti up to? He wants to regrow your mitochondria so your body can start fixing those things like it did when you were a lot younger, okay? And to do this, he created this special technology. It's called XDS. It stands for Exponential Delivery System. And what it does is not just get these nutrients he prefers to use, these natural ingredients, not just in your bloodstream and in your cell. What he's got to do, what no one else has apparently done, is get them all the way into your mitochondria where your body can make this magic happen that we talk about on our calls every week, okay? You put all that in a product line that's called UltraMito. That's what Dale's going to tell you about. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, the first product I want to mention is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream, and it's for your skin from head to toe. You put it in your hair, you massage it into your scalp, and it's for anything that disturbs your skin. That could be a scratch, a scrape, a cut, a bump, a mole, a blemish, anything. In fact, listen to the testimonials in the back office. You'll hear people talking about reactions to severe varicose veins, to stretch marks, to cellulite, even the lines on your face. And it does what it does with your skin because it doesn't just sit on your skin. It soaks through your skin, soaks down to the bone, helps with your ligaments and your tendons, with your muscles and your joints. And that means your back joints, your knee joints, your hands. And if you or anybody you know has a condition in your hands or feet that could start as tingling and become incredibly severe, you're going to find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. Listen to the testimonials. They're astounding. Next, I want to talk about Restore. Restore 3.0. It's our first third-generation product, and Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed oil. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mentioned olive oil in the Bible. Black seed was found when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan has taken several elements and uses them in a unique way. With olive oil, he uses several elements that tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now, that's the unique thing. That's the one-of-a-kind, only we do it. That's our name, MoreMito, short for mitochondria. And Dr. Bevan found that when you can increase the mitochondria, as Roger says, you've been losing it all your life. You're lucky to have 50% in your 60s, maybe 10% in your late 70s. Dr. Bevan found when you increase mitochondria back to a younger age, then your body starts to work the way it's supposed to, the way it was meant to. It works the way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses black seed to increase your energy, but it's cellular energy. It's steady, it's strong. There's no jitters. It's not like a hit from caffeine or sugar with a big high followed by a big crash. Cellular energy is steady. That means you start and finish a task without a need to rest. That means the disappearance of brain fog or something strenuous like a long bike ride that has a short recovery time. What it means is you get to live life again on your terms to its fullest without a need to sit on the sidelines and watch it all pass you by. And I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan has properly blended to create Restore 3.0. Listen, the blending's important. The proportions are critical. Dr. Bevan will tell you that if you take a handful of vitamins, your lucky two-thirds are the complete waste, overpowered, canceled out by other things in that handful of vitamins. They have to be in the proper proportion so they work together instead of canceling each other out. And then the most important thing is XPS to get it through your cells and into your mitochondria. So just absolutely phenomenal. 44 ingredients, Restore 3.0. It takes 8 weeks to make a batch. It's not just stirring some stuff and pouring it in the bottle. There is an absolute science to creating Restore. Now I want to talk about Renew. It's our newest product, Renew Brain and Body. Dr. Bevan has some ingredients he knows we need to increase our mitochondria. They can't be delivered in a liquid phase. They have to be delivered dry. So he created capsules with these additional ingredients. Renew stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore to increase the mitochondria in your body. Renew Brain and Body is what it's called, and it has a big impact on the mind. Helps with the clearing of brain fog, the flow of the blood, the firing of the synapses. Phenomenal product. Finally, some of the most important members in our family are the pets we own. The most watched videos in all social media are cats and dogs, our pets. We love them, and they can suffer. If you've got a dog that just lays around, can hardly walk up and down the stairs, certainly is not a puppy running around and chasing balls and playing fetch. If you've got a cat that's laying around and hacking up fur balls and shedding with animals are closer to all the bad things in our environment. The chemicals on our rugs to clean them, the things we put on the lawn to make it grow, they suffer from the same things outside, the allergies that we suffer from. And when they suffer, you can tell. If you want to bring your dog quickly back to puppy stage, your cat back to kitten stage, then increase their mitochondria. That's called Petlife. There's nothing, and it happens. It's so phenomenal when you see it happen with our pets. So 4 products. Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, Petlife. There is nothing like what these products can do for you and your pets. To hear more about that, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Dale. Okay. Our topic once again, how regrowing mitochondria supercharges your immune system to fight any disease. We don't care what the disease is. We don't do diseases. We do regrowing mitochondria. Your body does the disease fighting, including emotional issues and more. That's what Dr. Dan and I have been talking about this whole week. You know him as a regular on our call out of Oklahoma City, where he was on the radio for decades, now doing podcasts and whatnot. So let me get Dr. Dan open here. So Dr. Dan, that connection between mitochondrial regrowth and immune system performance, we're probably the only population of people that knows how profound that is. Kind of share some wisdom on that for us, okay?
Well, very simple. You would be dead within days if you weren't born with a strong immune system or if something happened to your immune system. Your immune system is a constant battle with pathogens of different virus, bacteria, fungus that are attacking the body all the time. And then it deals with toxins and exposure to things that are detrimental or deadly to your body. So it's a constant battle, and there are different soldiers for different purposes. Some run around and mark things, say this is not human cells. If it starts attacking your own body, then you have an autoimmune disease. So some things mark those, and then something else comes in and takes care of them. The macrophages surround them, actually eats them up with hydrogen peroxide, and it gets carried out of the body. So this army, as they used to say, the army travels on its belly. It meant that if your army doesn't have enough food, if they're not healthy, they can't fight. So they have to be fed. Well, just like your muscle cells, your brain cells, heart cells, all that, if they're not being fed, they start getting weak and lethargic, and you start going into the dying process slowly, or sometimes rapidly, depending on how severe that case is. Well, your immune system works the same way. Most of your immune system is made out of your bone marrow, some out of your thymus gland, which as you age, it goes from the size of a nectarine when you're a baby, when you're an infant, to just a strand by the time you're 60. But it can be regenerated. And that's where your T cells are produced. Very, very important to the immune system. Well, its mitochondria has to be energized in the immune system. You have to deliver nutrients into the immune system. Just like you would to the soldiers, you have to deliver. The problem is, can you get it delivered? Can you build it up? As they age, as inflammation and all kinds of stuff start blocking the ability for nutrients to get in, can you get it in? Well, the XCS technology is brilliant, just genius in its ability to deliver things into the mitochondria and into the general cell to keep the cell healthy, to help it protect itself from free radical exposure and toxins, be able to detoxify itself, as well as energizing the mitochondria itself so it can not only communicate and keep the cell healthy, which you keep the cells healthy, you're healthy, but also communicate with the world outside of it, in other words, the cells around it. So that's all dependent on energy. It's all dependent on being able to deliver the sources of that energy to it. And that's what we're about. Once you do that, then the immune system has the ability to fight off most everything it's exposed to. It may take it a little while, but as long as you keep it strong and keep helping it, then it will know how to take care of it. So I'm going to give it back to you, Roger.
All right, thank you, Dr. Dan. What an important topic. I mean, he is absolutely right. We'd all be dead if it weren't for our immune system, and we're all going to live longer if we can make that immune system stronger, significantly stronger. That's the point of what we're doing. Now, as always, let me point out to you that everything you hear is not about diagnosing, treating, or curing any diseases from us. We feel like we've got a higher concept, and it's really simple, as we've been saying. We want to regrow your mitochondria. We recognize that was what you were primarily missing, and we prove it every week by letting you listen to people for whom that was done and hearing their stories. Our topic today about immune system is very appropriate. It requires it, and you just got to listen to people talk about it. Even the things we didn't imagine could happen. Maria Jones, like a lot of people concerned about, lose bone loss in your jaw, got to get implants. They're so loose. She told me she was concerned that these might fall out and fall on her plate. Well, think about it. It takes your immune system to reverse that, whatever the disease there was that was causing that. Listen to this interview with her, and then we'll talk about that too. I got a note from Dale about you yesterday. I'm happy to talk to you today. Marie, would you please begin by telling me what your health concerns were?
Well, I have really bad receiving gums, but now they're growing. I can feel it underneath. The bone is tightening up. It's a weird feeling, but and every time I look in the mirror, I look at my gums. My gums are coming up. I'm very happy about that. Before I used to touch my chin, and I can feel my bone. It was very sensitive. I don't have that now.
So how long have you had the gum issue, Marie?
I would say about 2 years.
And clarify for me how it started to affect you.
I guess I had gum disease sometime when I wasn't really aware of it. Anyways, I had to have my bottom 6 teeth removed in the front. And I got implants. And then even after the implants, the dentist, a really good dentist, one of the best, says to me that I have very deep infection. So he gave me antibiotics. And I couldn't wear false teeth because I don't have no gums. So he put implants. And the pain, she says, oh my God, he says, you're about ready to lose your implants. So he had to add imitation bone. But you could see my gums. Now they're covering up. It's getting hard. I'm growing gums.
Okay, so he put in implants, but the gums were sliding down?
Oh, yeah, big time.
And tell me how you rejuvenated them.
I can feel at the bottom, I can feel the bone is growing. I can feel the tightening up. And it doesn't feel like it's going to come out because I didn't have any bone, but I can feel it. My implants are about maybe halfway covered now, 1/4 of an inch, and it should be all covered.
So, Marie, I'm hearing you say that your gums are growing back up the implant.
Yeah, the gums and the bones are growing.
How can you tell the bone itself is growing?
Because I can feel it. Inside, I can feel the bone growing. It's tightening up before it was loose.
Because the implant and the bone was loose?
Yeah, my implant was I can feel I could see the implant. It looked like it was going to come out. And I can touch my chin. And I can feel it was very sensitive. I was afraid to even brush my teeth.
Okay, so your implants are now becoming more secure in your gum.
Secure, yes. I can see it and I can feel it.
Okay. How long did it take?
I would
seeing it different.
I would say in about 4 to 5 days.
Okay.
Wow. 4
that
to
was
5
fairly
days.
quick.
After
Yeah.
putting this on her gums.
How long have you been applying it to your gum?
And
Since the
of course
9th
taking
of the
this
month. The
oil,
9th.
this
Over 10 days.
Restore Oil,
Yeah.
and Renew Body
What
and
are
Mind.
you applying and how are you applying it?
The liquid, I will put that in my mouth about less than a teaspoon.
Okay.
And I would squish it around in the mouth, and I would leave it there for 10 minutes, even 15.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me. Then I swallow it. The Rejuvenate, that one I just rub on my gums. And then I time myself not to eat or put anything in my mouth for about an hour.
Okay. And how many times a day are you doing that?
About twice. There's times that I'm not at home and I don't do it. But about 1 to 2 times per day. I just put it right on my gums. You
On
see?
the front?
Right in the front where I can see it, right in the gum. I can just put it right in the bone there.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Fight the
That
gum
was
disease. Repair that bone that you've lost. Have those gums growing back up your teeth instead of receding. Yeah, all of that. And if you knew it on the call for the first time, I know how hard it is for you to believe. I found it hard to believe. So when I search my interviews on that topic, I'll get 15 to 20 like that. Okay? It is a very real thing once you regrow your mitochondria. Okay, so, everything we say about people applies to pets, infectious diseases, and so forth. Gordon Mayhew had a putty cat that he got that was diagnosed with leukemia. And we don't care what the disease is or who's got it. It's about regrowing mitochondria. I've got the pleasure of speaking with Gordon Mayhew. Gordon, your cat. Tell me about what the issue with the cat was before, and then we'll talk about what happened after Mito. Okay?
Well, I adopted my cat, and I kind of got the birth certificate paperwork on 8/12/2020. It is a ginger female. The cat had one medical disclosure form that comes with it, and the cat was sick. It had feline leukemia. So I asked, well, what does that mean to me? He said, well, as long as it doesn't have any other cats, not contagious, the cat will be fine. So brought her home, happy little cat, loves to tear up my couch. It was a beautiful couch. But she would sneeze and sneeze and sneeze a lot. You're talking 6, 7, 8 times a day. And it's like, well, that's probably due to her leukemia issues. So I got the Pet Mito, as I want to call it. I know it's not that. It's the Pet MoreMito. And I started putting it on her food. And she sneezes maybe once or twice a month.
Okay.
Which would probably be just a normal sneeze.
Right.
So, yeah, something happened.
Something definitely happened. That sounds like your cat got healthier.
I would tend to agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Did you notice any other changes in the health of the cat, perhaps as reflected in his activity or anything?
I don't know. I think she sleeps even more now. Oh, no. Cats love to lay around, and that she does. But
Sleeping
she
better.
tears at my couch with gusto as well as her scratching post. She has two of them. They're all shredded.
Oh, boy.
Healthy, happy cat.
Good, good, good. Was there any kind of other thing that the doctor said to expect over the life of that cat?
No, she's only been to the vet once when her tummy went raw and she kept licking it. I started giving her the Mito shortly after that, and that's when a lot of things cleared up.
All right. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that, Gordon. I really appreciate it.
Yep. By the way, her name is PC, my putty cat.
TC.
TC, the putty cat.
Yep.
All right. Great.
Yeah, I asked the gal at the pound, well, what does PC stand for? And she said, protected custody? Like, oh, no. And of course, she was in a cage at the pound.
Okay. So you turned out the putty cat.
Yep. If you want, I could send you a picture.
Yeah, please.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
Awesome
Good
pet
info, putty cat.
testimonial. Yeah, pets, you need this.
Let's go back to our last exciting episode, which was Saturday. We were talking about this same topic like we do every week.
Mm-hmm.
You heard from Charles, who was introduced to us by Angel, Charles Rutledge. And Charles talked about his 17-year-old son who had asthma attacks since he was 1. Very debilitating. Well, that time he's had a lot of other things. We're going to get to another one. Imagine that you got this scaly patch on you. You don't know if it's eczema or psoriasis or what it is, but for the next 8 or 10 years, you have tried everything. It won't go away. And then because you had an angel looking out for you, you tried this Mito stuff. What happened then? In addition to that really miraculous result that your son had, did you have any personal health issues yourself?
Yes, I have. I've had 2 issues, and one in particular I want to talk to you about and get some brief counseling on. But I had an issue with, I don't know if it was something along the lines of eczema or psoriasis, but I had a scaly patch, a round patch, on the outside of my right knee, and my wife and I had been treating that patch, and I'm not exaggerating, for 8 to 10 years, and it would not go away. It would itch so bad I wanted to scratch my knee off. We've tried Burt's Bees, we've tried Neosporin, we've tried goat's milk, we've tried Vaseline, we've tried just a whole array of things. I kid you not, for at least 8 years, and I think it's closer to 10, with no success.
Wow.
I purchased MoreMito for the first time on June the 16th, less than 2 months ago. I purchased it for another reason, the other reason that I want to talk to you about. But just as an aside, I started rubbing the cream on that patch. And the 4th day after I started using the cream, the patch was gone. My knee returned to normal. I had my knee back. And the best evidence of that is my wife. My wife had really been treating that patch directly, more so than me. It was a little bit difficult for me to reach it. So she could reach it better than I could. And it just so happens, the way we sleep in bed, the patch was on her side of the bed so she could see it if I lifted my knee up or anything. And one night in bed, we're getting ready to go to sleep, and she said, "Oh my God." She said, "It's clear." And sure enough, I looked down, and after 4 days of using the clean, that 10-year issue had been cleared up.
Wow. I think Manya's with us now. Manya, you there?
Yes, sir, I am. Hello.
All right. So, Manya, how amazing was it for after all that 10-year ordeal, you were able to look and see that patch was gone?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Yeah, this was unbelievable. Because I was so used to seeing it there, and it wasn't.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so they call that idiosyncratic, when like they know something's wrong, but they don't know how to fix it. Okay? Guess what knows how to fix it? Your body does.
Your body does. You're putting the right thing in
Give it
your
a chance.
body. Getting that
Okay,
mitochondria
now,
strong.
We have our gut. Talked to you about that on Saturday. Dr. Dan told you 70% of your immune system's in your gut, but your gut ages and loses mitochondria like everything else in your body. We pay special attention to it. Some of you are going to your doctor, getting your colonoscopies, and they're telling you, oh, you got polyps. We got to watch that. Well, they watched President Reagan. His turned out to be cancerous. Mildred Holman's mother died of colon cancer. She wanted to pay close attention to it. Listen to what happened. Any other changes in your health to report?
Remember when I went to get my colonoscopy test?
Yeah.
My mother passed with colon cancer. So I always would take my colonoscopy test. But this last time, the doctor came in, she said, ooh, you know, I don't see any polyps or anything. That was the first time I never had polyps show up at my colonoscopy test.
So this most recent time, this is the first time that you didn't have polyps.
Right, that's correct. And it's not different. I haven't taken any kind of medication. The only thing I take is vitamins and restore and use the cream, the rejuvenate. Like I said, I feel so great. That's the truth. I really do.
So it sounds like from the time that you initially got on the Strong Rejuvenate, you just made steady progress.
Oh, I made so much progress. I really have.
You said you felt like you were 30, but how old are you?
67 years old.
Wow.
And I look like I'm 40. Yes, sir. I sure do. I've lost weight. And everything.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I
Lost weight
wear
too.
clothes. I had to go get a new wardrobe.
Wow.
And the clothes that I'm wearing now, I haven't worn that size in a long time.
I can hear your joy. All right. Thanks for sharing, Mildred.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Mildred lives here in the D.C. area. She got her waistline back like Paula Evans did. She's hot now. Okay. Now, you know the older we get, the more things can go wrong. You know, and some of the things have been wrong from the beginning. Constipation, okay? Vision issues, your eyes failing, all of that stuff, you know, related to mitochondria, like we said, issues with your teeth. Well,
Yes.
I talked to Evelyn Whitworth before this call, and I wanted to have Dr. Connie Lee on with us. She tells me that Dr. Connie Lee today is celebrating her 88th birthday. Listen to what all contributed to her making it to that 88th birthday. Okay, I got the pleasure of talking to Dr. Connie Lee. Connie, please tell me what you've noticed change since you've been using Mito.
Everything. I feel better. I feel younger. I'll be 87 in August, but I feel like I'm in my early 60s. My blood pressure was way, way too low. It's now normal. My blood sugar was way, way too low, and it's now 5.0 with the A1C when I had the blood work done. All of my blood work was right in the normal range. Not a thing was out of line anywhere. The doctor was amazed, and I haven't taken any of my 5 medications since I started. Restored February 10th. I had terrible constipation since I was in the 5th grade, and that's been resolved now. My eyesight has gotten better. That got better the first day. My hearing is better. I don't have to have stronger hearing aids.
I just heard you say that your eyesight changed the first day. So take me back to that. Tell me what your eyesight was like before, and then how you noticed it was different.
Well, when you play cards with a table of 6 people, I could see the cards across the table, but I wasn't sure what they were. I knew they were red or black. And the next day, I could tell what they were. That made the difference.
It's like Mito flipped a switch in your vision.
Yeah, that was overnight. I took it at 3 in the afternoon, and that was by the next evening. That was the difference I noticed. When I went to my ophthalmologist, that was first part of May, I guess. They can't find any problem in the back of my eye anymore.
There was a problem in the back of your eye, right?
They discovered it, almost 2.5, 3 years ago. And they'd been watching it every few months. But this time, when I saw them, there's no problem there.
So it sounds like your retina has improved, that improving your mitochondria has allowed your body to fix your vision there.
And then I was able to go into Costco and pick up 3 pair of glasses that are 1.25, and I can see real good with those. And I've had Coke bottle glasses since I was in about the 3rd grade.
Oh, how cool is that?
Those y'all that wearing glasses, are you listening to this? You need to run and order it. Get that mitochondria strong. Just awesome.
Roger, I cannot hear you.
Sorry, that's because I need to unmute myself.
My eyes improved. I used to have a restriction on my driver's license.
And by the way, don't
no
let
longer
Dr.
have a
Dan go
restriction.
anywhere. I'm going to bring him back.
From using the products.
Mitochondria have the highest concentrations in your major organs. Why is that true? Because they have to do a lot of work. Where are the highest concentrations in major organs? In your heart, your brain, and your eyes. So as you go through life and you're losing them, I think of it this way. You're slowly getting weaker. You're slowly going blind, and you're slowly losing your mind because you're losing this mitochondria. But what you're learning by listening to all these interviews that I've done and we're presenting to you is that it's all reversible, and nobody knew it. Nobody knew it, right? Your doctor doesn't know this, and you expect him to know something about mitochondria. He prescribes drugs. Okay, nothing wrong with that, but it's just a different kind of thing. If you want to, if you don't get your mitochondria in play, it's like you're in a game for life, and you left your best players on the bench. Okay, time to get in the game. Especially if you got pets you care about. Now I'll let one of our folks that really loves pets. She's in the cat space, and her cat was slowly losing its mind. Slowly losing its mind. Let's benefit from what she shared with us during the Q&A session recently. Novelette in Florida.
I just figured I wanted to do my spill on the Petlife, because I never hear many individuals talking about it. So my story with my cat Duchess, I shared it with Roger. Duchess is 18, and my cats are indoor-outdoor. He went out and was missing for 2 days, and I realized, as Roger drew to my attention, that he had cat dementia because he couldn't find his way home. And he was only across the street, but he just couldn't find his way back in. So once he came in, he stopped going out, and he was going downhill. His vision wasn't that great because I noticed he would slap around in the water bowl to see the level that it's at. But the moment I got him on this Petlife, this cat came back to life. After about 4 days, he decided he wanted to go out at night. He went out mousing. He started to do all the things he used to do when he was young. So this product works. Memory's back, vision is back, active. Then for some reason, he's at that age we thought we were losing him again last weekend. So he started to have that rapid breathing with his mouth open. I had the whole family come to see him off. And I decided, I just wanted him to go peacefully in his sleep. So I started giving him 4 treatments a day. I gave him 2 drops in the morning, 2 in the midday, then 2 again, and then 2. So he was in 2, 4, 6, 8. And that was last weekend when we thought we were losing him again. And he's up and about and eating again. So we're just going to keep pumping this Petlife in him. I really want him to just go in his sleep, not suffering, just go off into his rest peacefully. So it has brought him back to life again. So this product works. And another thing I want to share, I never really hear, except for the gentleman, Nick from Ireland, talk about this product. But I want everyone on the call to understand all these individuals that we're sharing the bundle with, the Restore, the Rejuvenate, the Brain and Body, majority of these individuals have pets at home. So we should all introduce this product because cats and dogs are dying from cancer, liver disease. They're suffering from arthritis. They're suffering. I see it all over social media. They're dying. They're dying young, 2 years old, younger than that. We have a product here that can change their story, save their life, share it. Every human you talk to, introduce the Petlife. The pet industry is, I think they say it's 2.5 billion. It's going to be 4-point-something billion by 2030. Share the product with every individual that you talk to because most homes have pets in them. That's all that I want to say.
Thank you, Novelette. Well said. Well said. Very well said. 75% of the homes in America have a dog or cat, and 50% of them consider that pet to be a family member. We can do a lot of good. Do not overlook the pets. It's a huge, huge source of satisfaction when it comes to helping people, and obviously there's some revenue involved. Okay, so let me wrap this up. It's been a great weekend on this topic. Saturday, what you heard Saturday, what you heard today. We couldn't nearly get to all the great interviews we could have played with you. But suffice it to say that if you want to be healthy and keep your immune system strong, because you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know what virus is going to come along next or what's going to befall you that's going to impact your health. Either way, mitochondria is going to have a lot to do with it. And our approach we have, particularly if you didn't get on the call earlier, you didn't hear Dale do the introduction, let me just recap for you how this works. We've created these formulations. Dr. Elliott has created these formulations. No one else in the world has done it. That can talk to your mitochondria, make them grow back. You use this technology called XCS to make sure that happens. Gets all the way into your cells, deep into your mitochondria. Now, there's 3 components in this. One is called Restore. It's focused on cellular repair and organ regeneration. Okay? And it does it by, again, regrowing mitochondria in a particular way. There's 44 ingredients in that product altogether. It's an oil-based product. You got olive oil and black seed oil in its base, and the other ingredients add up to a total of 44. So we can address all your organ systems. So when you hear people talking about eyes or gut or you name it, lungs, there's specific nutrition in there that your body can better use because it has more energy to do it. Then it is complemented by a new product. We brought it back. It's called Brain and Body. The body product Renew, Brain and Body, is a different way to grow mitochondria. You see, I'll get a question in the Q&A. Somebody says, well, which one should I use? And I got to answer all of them every time because nature did not put all the things we need to regrow your mitochondria in one place. It's scattered through nature, and it comes in various forms. So you've got the oil solubles in Restore. You have the water solubles in Brain and Body. Then we have this amazing product called Rejuvenate. It's a topical gel, and it's designed to be transdermal, as in carry nutrition through the skin. So it has its own way of potentiating, but it's giving us the opportunity to put it right where you need it. It's especially great for your hair, scalp, and skin, any place on your body. But it penetrates all the way to the bone. If you will mix some of that Restore, maybe as much as a teaspoon of Restore in a jar of Rejuvenate, all those 44 ingredients in Restore will hit you right on them and you can benefit from them as well. So you can put it right where you got the issue, wherever it is. This is your eyes. Take some of that stuff, put it on a Q-tip, put it up your nose, like Angel did with her godson that you heard the interview on Saturday, 17 years old, 17 years worth of issues with breathing, and he was breathing normally in minutes. Okay? You don't know what miracles are awaiting you until you give this technology a try. We strongly urge you to find out. Now, with that, Dale Bonet in the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at MoreMito.com, MoreMito.com, then a / and type in your username. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your site because your name's at the top of the page. So is your phone number and your email. That's where you send people to learn more about it after you've initially told them about these incredible products. They'll get to read the ingredient list. They can read about SPF. They can look at the labels that are on the bottles. They can listen to selected testimonials. And, of course, most important, they can purchase from you. But you know what else? They can join you. Listen, we created a one-of-a-kind product line. You know that now from what you heard on this call. Well, we also created a one-of-a-kind company to support it. There is no cost to join MoreMito. We don't charge you to join. We don't charge you to be here on a monthly basis. We don't even make you pay for the website. Those are free from us. And listen, if you decide to participate in our compensation plan, you're going to like the fact we don't require you to be on auto ship. And when people purchase, once you're a verified customer with us, meaning you verified your phone and your email, we know you're legit, you're going to find that we don't pay once a month or once a week or even once a day. When somebody makes a purchase, your compensation is in your back office ready for you to use. If you're a referring customer with us, then you've got MitoCash. Buy product, pay for shipping, send it to other people in the company, or you can upgrade. The upgrade is also free to a paid rep. Now you can take advantage of the unique ACH program from Stripe that's really the first international, highly secure, and fast ACH system, and get that money into your bank account. You can also send it to your PayPal, to your Venmo, or the old-fashioned ACH, and even in a couple of days it'll be there. Look, we've done everything we can to create a one-of-a-kind product. This is not me too. This is not, gee, should I use product A or product B? It's only us. We're the only thing that increases mitochondria. You've got it. You've got a company that supports you. We've got a customer service phone number at the bottom of your website. Listen, call in. You get answers. You get to talk to human beings. If you get a recording, then everybody's busy. But leave a message. You're going to get a call back. And even if you just hang up, we know you called. That's recorded. And we can follow up with you. Look, we're here to help you. We're here to support you. We're here to do everything we can to make this easy for you to tell people that there's products that can change their lives. Based on what it does with their DNA, astounding things can happen. And I want you to think back to what you heard tonight. Multiple things for each person. You've never heard of that. Multiple things. How can multiple things happen? Because we don't fix anything. We increase the mitochondria. Remember what we say? The body starts to work the way it's supposed to, the way it used to when you were young and had all your mitochondria. A completely different approach. You are the keeper of the secret. Share it with people, and let's get this. Let's change lives together. Roger, back to you.
Did great, Dale. So I want to bring Dr. Dan back briefly. *5 on your phone in the meantime. If you've got a question or comment, I know many of you can see they already have your hand up. I want Dr. Dan to close this piece out in a minute. But let me say something about our opportunity we've got here. We created this risk-free opportunity for you because for a lot of people, affordability is an issue. So we want to do that. If you will affiliate with us and refer some folks, you can earn the necessary credits to pay for your product. Okay? Cost you nothing to get involved with us or stay involved with us. We don't play games and gimmicks. We're not a stereotypical network marketing company. You hear me say at the beginning of every call, we're a nutraceutical company. I'm telling you that we're focused on better health and better health outcomes with this unique technology that we have. But it can also be very lucrative. Now, let me talk to the professional marketers that we always have some on our line. Okay? You tell me that you earn more with us than you earn any place else you've ever been. That's what you tell me. Okay? So if you're inclined to want to do more than just pay for your product, maybe you got some other things around your house, maybe you're not afraid to say that you really want to be cash flow independent and have more money coming in to pay your bills this month and you don't have to work for it this month, you too came to the right place. Okay? As quiet as it's kept. So by all means, if any of what we're saying makes any sense to you, if you have this exclusive technology nobody else has got and it works like you hear it work on every single call here, yeah, you need to get with this. All right. So with that, let me bring Dr. Dan back. So Dan, put this, you've been in the field forever. You've been on the radio. You interviewed on the radio all these experts all in the field, okay? Just briefly put this technology in perspective with everything else you've ever come across.
Well, to be fair, there's some wonderful other products out there, but I haven't seen something work on such a broad basis and sometimes at a dramatic level and quickness that I wouldn't think was possible. And the product, we talk about doing the increasing the mitochondria, and that's enough for when you're talking to individuals out there. But Dr. Elliott made it a total product. It protects the cell. It helps detoxify the cell. It has antioxidants. It increases the systemic antioxidants, which a lot of times the way you die is a buildup of too many free radicals. That's how you die from X-ray exposure from a nuclear reactor or something, is actually hydrogen peroxide. It neutralizes that, keeps that intact. All that is involved in this product. And then the energizing of the mitochondria so it can communicate with the cell and keep it regular. But also, there's defense mechanisms within the cell and around the cell. And that takes the health of the cell to be able to fight them off. And so we're dealing with that in a way that no one else is doing. The delivery system is allowing us to get things in. There's not, the amount of the nutrients is not very high. It doesn't need to be. In fact, it won't work if it's too high. That's one of the amazing things about the XPS. Everything has to be a certain correct proportion to each other. Some things maybe a little bit more, some a little less. And it took Dr. Elliott quite a while to figure that out. And it starts off with 6 nutrients and increase. And when you got all that in harmony, I describe it to being like a train going through a tunnel carrying all these cars. If one car is too big, it won't go through. So everything had to be the right way for this to work. And I think there's frequencies that he's very aware of that him and I had talked. And things can be the same nutrients, but some have a life force about them and some don't. And he picks the things and adds to that life force. So now your immune system is alive, really alive, and alive like it's meant to be, not like a lethargic older person that has trouble fighting things off and dies by pneumonia most of the time, or congested heart failure, which is just a weak heart. When you increase the mitochondria, you got a strong heart. So it increases that, and it's just natural that now you see people getting rid of things they hadn't been able to get rid of. The thing that surprises me most about this, Roger, is we see a person that's had something since they were a child, a young child, when they had a lot of this going for them and still couldn't deal with it, couldn't repair it. And then the uniqueness of what Dr. Elliott has done here XDS technology is all of a sudden giving them elements that wasn't in the, that was missing puzzle pieces for the healing process to take place. And that's what we got. We got a technology I haven't seen before. And that's why I've been at it, helping the company since 2018. But when I started seeing this and seeing some effects on myself as well. In fact, it may have saved my life one night when my throat was closing down. And I was washing down Restore about every 30 minutes. And in about 3 hours, everything was okay. I literally thought I was going to die that night. And I even called my older brother and told him I left the front door open. So if I can't answer the phone in the morning, I want you to be able to get in here and find me. And I knew I couldn't even drive to the emergency room. But I had Restore around the house.
How serious this is?
And I kept taking it. And I go relax and open back up. That's another thing about this product, is it brings down the stress levels. Stress has a lot to do with the way your body reacts. And you can do like what it's doing for me. There was some kind of allergic reaction, or I had COVID, a very short term of it. But it allowed me to take that and get that under control and relax, and everything is fine. So, and stress, they used to say, is #1 killer. Well, we deal with that factor too.
All right, so the
Stress
moral of that
#1
story,
killer. Y'all hear that?
don't wait till you about to die, okay?
One time I thought I was having a heart attack. It was stress.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, Del Bonet, we got some hands tonight.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so let me
Everybody
pick one.
in Star 5, ask any question about health or nutrition. We're here to get it answered. Who do you want to talk to, Roger?
I would like to talk
After
to
the call, I
Nicole
will put
Williams in
information in the
Huntsville,
description
Alabama,
on how you get the
because I
products.
used to live there.
I can do
How you
that.
set up your
Nicole,
free
I believe
customer
you.
website
Go
as
ahead
well.
with your question.
Hey, Roger. I called last week and I asked the question, but I really didn't get a chance to talk to the doctor because when we tried to get the doctor, we didn't get a response. So my question was, because I actually ordered the MoreMito today, well, a couple of days ago, actually.
This is
So
what she
Mr.
ordered.
Sam, you know, he actually donated to me, you know, and it was very nice to him because I really, truly been having some issues with constipation. So what do you think this natural ingredient stuff, what do you think it would do for constipation?
So I'm going to give you 2 angles on this. The first thing is, most people have the opposite problem. They get on our technology. I know I was one of these, and your gut wakes up and starts working. A small minority of people will get it, and it's like less than 1%, will say, oh, I got constipated. Okay, well, maybe it's because it was random, it was really something else that coincided with it, or maybe your gut just started pushing out stuff so fast and you need to drink more water, put more fiber in, and do those normal things, right?
Water.
And I think, well, but if you have that issue, it didn't come from our stuff because it doesn't characteristically do that. It's what's already in you that's having a problem coming out. Just do the normal stuff that you would do with stool softeners and so forth. I like that LBS2 product that one of the other companies has. And you'll get over it, okay? And then your body can go on. So your body's got to get rid of that. And it really wants to. Okay?
Okay.
So just roll with it. You said that's Sam Slade. He's totally convicted about this because, you know, he came to us 18 and a half years of heart failure and prostate cancer the last 2 years. He has diabetes now. So he wants you to give us a surprise how healthy he can make you.
Yeah, he told me that also. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a try. You know, him
Okay.
and his sister.
So guys, I hope you heard that.
It's
Take
Alex.
your health serious.
Yeah.
Get your bundle so you
So,
can
yeah,
get your
I'm
prostate
gonna
and
try to-
everything on track. Get that
what it do.
mitochondria strong
All right.
so your body
It
can
will
do what it needs to
does,
do.
as Ray Charles would say. All right, thank you. We'll talk to you later. So let's say with
even those of y'all that have ED, get your bundle.
Washington.
It's serious, guys.
Well, Washington. No, this is Virginia. Okay, let's try it.
We can tell you exactly what to do.
Lang, someplace in Virginia that I can't pronounce.
Hello?
Jacqueline, I have unmuted you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Oh, hi, Ron. Yeah. Okay, good.
Hey.
Hi. I just bought my MoreMito for the first time. I got it on Thursday, so I started taking it. And I have two questions actually, because I got it for myself and I got it for my mom. I myself have osteoporosis. I found that out in my 50s, and my mother has osteoporosis as well. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to try it for myself, because the doctor just told me that I need to start going on medication for the osteoporosis, and I didn't want to do that, because he said by the time you get into your 70s, your bones going to start breaking and stuff like that. So,
wow.
So that was one of the reasons I wanted to try it. I'm not sure. What I've been doing for myself is in the morning I do 1 ml of the oil, and in the evening, and twice a day I do the cream, and I had put 2 ml of the oil into the cream, and so I rub that on my feet, my belly button, my neck.
Half a dosage. So instead of her, she puts two
meals. I've been doing.
So if you see on here,
one in the morning, one in the evening, and I wondered if I should
regular dosage is 4 of these,
or
4
leave
droppers.
It that way for now.
She's putting 2 droppers in there.
Okay, so
But
the first thing we want to do, I
4
want to confirm what I just heard you say. You say you take 1 milliliter in the morning and 1 milliliter of Restore, the oil in the evening. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, the oil. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's taking half
of
a dose. She's not
definitely
even
need
taking
to
a 4
increase
dose.
that. The actual dosage, and you can find it on the bottle, real small writing, but you got bigger writing on the website. Okay, on the PDF for it. It's 4 milliliters a day. Okay, and split it up. However it's convenient for you. So you're taking half of what
So it's 4 filled up to this line.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's 1 milliliter. 4 of these is 1 full dosage, or
and with
you
respect
put it
to
in a teaspoon. It's a
brain and
teaspoon,
body,
not so full.
That's
Just
regular
barely,
dose. Roll
almost
with that
full.
for a while. Let's see what happens. But you can easily increase it. The normal dose originally for that would have been 4 of these capsules. We reduced it to 2 because we saw how powerful it was when you put it together. When Bevan took it, we had a little bit of the original formulation of brain and body when we were coming out with Restore. When Bevan took it
a day,
he couldn't take a full dose.
Oh, okay.
He said it made him
full
feel
dosage
smart. He said it made him feel so smart he thought everybody else was stupid. So he had to cut back.
Oh my God.
Okay. So there you go.
Wow.
And
he's the scientist.
And as far as the cream?
Yeah, the cream. You can put it in there. The mistake that most people make with this cream is they don't apply it with the Restore in it like you described often enough. Right, you do that on
Restore in it.
So that's how you're gonna do it.
1 full dosage, either a spoonful, 4 droppers. 1 full dosage.
No, I was just saying that
Put it in there.
2 mils when I first got it, because my friend that introduced it to me, told me to do that. The 2 mils of the oil into the cream, mix it up, and so I've been doing
4
that
meals.
in the morning, and I've been doing it in the evening.
Okay, 3, 4,
And
5,
also
6
rubbing it
times
on
a
the
day.
area where I have-
If you got specific areas that you're concerned about, 4, 5, 6 times a day is not too many. Okay, so you can start applying it more times than that. Okay, and so go with that for a while. Increase it like we're talking about. Increase the frequency, and then come back next week and ask me this question again. Okay, let's see where you are then.
Okay.
There's other things that we could suggest you do along with it, but first you got to max out the mitochondrial effect, and then we'll see what's left, if anything. Okay?
Okay, so here's my next question. For my mom, she's 95.
Okay.
She had a stroke back in 2017, so that affected her being able to talk. And so she's bedridden now, and I feel like most of the time not really connecting, just it's like she's just there, and I think she understands. But anyway, so I thought I wanted to use it on her to see if it would bring her back, or like have some more clarity, or maybe be more present. I'm not sure, but what I started out with her doing was two. I actually started Thursday with one, but I decided to do two of the oils in applesauce, because she has everything for her has to be puree. So I have to put it in applesauce and feed it to her that way. So I do 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, and 2 times a day I've been doing the oil on her feet, on her belly button, her neck, and on her ears. So from what you're saying to me, I need to be doing that more for her?
Yes.
At least the
rubbing. Like some people really respond well on less than they should be taking. But, get it up at least to the standard starting dosage, then let's see. Maybe you need to go up from there even again, but let's find out, okay?
So she said her mom had a stroke.
So as far as the pill, I've been doing 1 in the morning. I put that in applesauce as well. I have to open up the capsule because she can't swallow pills. So I've been doing 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening.
Mm-hmm. So let's start there. I would start there. And, the brain and body detoxes me all over again when I take it. So it's okay to start with 1. I started with 2 and I had to go backwards to 1 until it got bad, and then it went back up. If she's doing okay with those 2, stay with it for a little while longer, and then we can talk about if you need to increase it or not based on how she's been responding. Okay?
Okay, have you heard of anyone in a situation like that be maybe more alert, or which is what I'm hoping, or that maybe she would speak again?
All the time.
I had a group home, and one of my residents had a stroke, and you could barely hear. You had to keep on having her repeat it to get what she was saying. And these products is what helped to bring her speech back into where you can understand
I was talking to Sonia Harris earlier today. Her mother was trending into dementia. She used she doesn't like to take it internally, so Sonia applied the oil and the Restore on top of it on her body on a Wednesday, and she preached on Sunday like she didn't even have dementia. So this is just start, like I said.
That's amazing. Well, I'm praying.
Y'all just don't understand how serious this is about getting your mitochondria built up. Regardless of what you have, if we don't go according to conditions, whatever you have going on, everybody can use this because nobody is 100% mitochondria strong. So just get it. You may think that you're healthy. Get it and see how your body changes.
In Florida that ends in, what is that, 3846?
Yeah, wireless caller, I've unmuted you. Give us your name and ask your question.
Yes, hi, this is Octavia. And thank you so much for this night is my miracle that I've been waiting and praying for. I just want to let you know I'm in 100%. You just answered my question for, I'm in healthcare, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine all of the diagnoses of people and things that I see around. That my voice, let me slow down. Hold on. Y'all got me excited. Hold on. Dementia, you answered the question, so I'm in definitely, because there's an 83-year-old woman that I know has to go to the news, wherever we got to do a testimony with her.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is I was concerned about myself before you said the dementia part. I went and got an endo, I call it endo and outdo. It's colonoscopy that's going out, and endo is getting through the mouth. You know all of this.
Okay.
I was never forced. Got through. He couldn't find anything. I'm a vegetarian. Came to be a pescatarian, like fish, and just started some shrimp. But I became hoarse after that procedure. Cannot get my voice back. I've been doing everything. I do a lot of natural herbs. I don't do meat. But the problem, the reason why I went to him is because I'll eat something. It could be just a salad. Anything I mix up or try to eat or whatever, or if I buy something. I brought it down to the grease because it normally seemed like it's the grease, and I would throw up later that night, not to be gross, And I couldn't stop it, so I have to take a pill before I eat, take a pill at night. And I'm like, no, that's not what my body's supposed to be doing. And I cannot get a grip to what's causing it. Y'all got the answer. I'm ready.
Okay.
I got about 20 people right now need this product.
Okay, well, let's go get them. Well, let me understand where you are in your journey, okay?
Okay.
Are you... How recently did you start with Mito, or are you still waiting for it to come in the mail?
I haven't. I just got your information.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
today
so yeah, absolutely.
Yesterday.
So let me give you a tip about how to use it for your throat. So when you get the Restore and the Rejuvenate, swish it around, swish that Restore around in your mouth. Don't swallow it right away. Okay? That's the same advice we give people that have gum and teeth concerns. I mean, unbelievable stuff. People with holes in their tooth big enough to put a Q-tip in, and one lady reported the hole closed over. It's like, fine again without having to go get it filled. But anyway, switch it around in there, and then what I would do is I would gargle with it after that. Gargle with it, and then, let it settle in front of your teeth and behind at the base of your tongue, wiggle your tongue back and forth, like that, and then swallow whatever's left. All right, that's what you want to do with any kind of throat situation. You can also then take the Rejuvenate after having put some Restore in it and do it around the outside of your neck. I don't know why that works, but it penetrates, like we said, and it can have an effect on that. So now you're working inside and outside, right? The gargling on the inside of your throat, you're going to put the Rejuvenate with the Restore mixer in it. You can put up to a teaspoon in there, let's say, but, figure that out to your liking, and treat it like that. Just do it like you've been hearing me say everybody else about this use of Rejuvenate. Do it frequently, okay, during the day, 4, 5, 6 times a day, not too many, and stay with us, let us know what happens, okay?
I will. I have one more.
All right. Mm-hmm.
I just had a friend that actually just instantly lost their sight in one, I think in one side of their face, the left side.
Yeah.
Coming to the doctor, find out it was a stroke, a blood vessel burst.
Yeah.
But they say, your light, your eyesight may come back. I've been on the call listening, and I'm thinking once the individual get this, they can rub it over the top of their eye. But I did hear one of you all say put it in
your eyes too.
Well, all of the above.
You saw me do it earlier.
Well, first of all, you're going to be taking it internally. We have people reporting their eyes being repaired, just taking the oil internally.
Around your eyes.
As people experimented, we learned that you can take that mixture, close your eyes, like I'm doing right now, rub it all over your eyelid. I do this every time I think about it.
You can put it in your actual eye, too.
And then the next level is you can actually take a droplets out of your dropper and drop them right on your eyeball. I warn you, Restore is really strong.
Yep.
People
you
that
can
do
do
that
this.
on a regular
Drop it right
basis
in
are
there.
well advised to get some Petlife and do that because it's
This will
milder
sting
because of those citrus
till you
oils
close your
that have
eyes.
been taken out of it. And,
but you can get this,
that will help
and it won't sting because it has the citrus taken out. This is
now,
the Restore oil minus
did
the citrus and
have an
stuff,
eye
and they just put the
stroke?
Petlife
Did you
label
have a
on
blood
it. It's
pressure
the same thing, just minus a couple
from high
ingredients.
blood pressure.
Okay, we have had that exact situation with high blood pressure, and then I got smaller. Okay? But it's going to be a process. Don't expect it to be overnight. But if she stays with it, I would not be surprised if she makes the same progress others have made. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Octavia.
I'm in.
All right. Okay, let's go.
Y'all need to do like she said. She's in. You need to run and get it, okay? I will put information in the description for those of y'all that are connected to me or saw my thing. If somebody else referred you, you want to get back with the person that referred you.
Let's talk to Spencer Sparrow in Washington State.
This is life-changing. Building their mitochondria up.
Spencer, I've unmuted you in Silverdale, Washington. Go ahead.
Hi. Actually, I'm Spencer's wife, Melody.
Okay.
And I live in Tennessee now. But I also have a couple questions for you. The first one is I had somebody just contact me because I am an affiliate for Molecular Hydrogen Water Tongan, and not sure if you want to hear that, but anyway, she was asking me about the water and if it could help her son. He has something called cystinosis, which leads to like Fanconi syndrome. It has to do with kidney function. He was born with this rare condition, and he drinks over a gallon of water a day. And I said, I'll be honest with you, I'll be happy to let you try the molecular hydrogen water. However, I don't want to try to sell you a machine. I think there's something else that might help you. And I told them about this because I heard about it from a friend. So.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you for putting it in that perspective. I'll put it that way. So we have had all kinds of miraculous things happen for children. Dr. Dan alluded to it. Kids born with cerebral palsy never walked, never supposed to develop. One child in Sacramento is now graduated from college. Okay, and she was, if you had told that child to touch her face, she couldn't have found her face.
Right.
That's how debilitated she was, okay? So, let's go with that. You also have the AJ. AJ's mother talks to us about him. He got like half a brain. And well, the other half's doing real good. He's evolving and everything like you can't believe. So, I'm not going to claim that we know all the mechanisms for this. We keep it simple. Let's regrow that mitochondria and see what the person's body does. Okay.
Okay. Got it. Okay, because, my friend Esmeralda introduced me to this, and I have been thinking about doing it for my daughter, who just turned 40, and she was diagnosed with MS about 4 years ago. So I was just doing some research and reading and stuff, and then this girl contacted me, and so I thought, well, I'm happy to let you try the water, but I think that you need something a little bit more.
Yeah. So there are lots of things that help. You just mentioned one, okay? But they don't regrow mitochondria. And if you're going to fix these very serious issues, if you're going to give your immune system the boost that it needs, the only way you're going to get it is by regrowing mitochondria. And as it turns out, this is the only place we've ever seen it happen. So, so definitely go ahead. And with respect to, let me just make a comment about MS in particular. We've had others come to us, MS, autoimmune disease. We had a lady came to us. She had MS for like over 15 years, and she had to be medicated 24/7. And that still didn't stop her from getting woke up in the middle of the night with shooting pains. Okay? The first 12 hours with her just taking the Restore internally and the Rejuvenate on her skin, she went 12 hours without pain. And then she used best practice, put the Restore and Rejuvenate, put that on, and I talked to her, it was already after 24 hours, no pain. Okay? So yeah.
Know somebody with MS?
It's a real thing.
Forward this message
it does
to
work like that. Okay?
Okay. So that was my first question for my friend. My second question is kind of selfish for me. So I, 12 years ago, got C. diff. The doctors were giving me too many antibiotics. They weren't listening when I was telling them that it was making me feel worse and worse and worse and worse. And I ended up getting C. diff, losing a bunch of weight. My hair started falling out. Well, I kind of got past that, but it took 6 months. I went to a naturopath. I had to seek other help because I didn't trust the doctors anymore. So, long story short, my hair is so thin, and it just falls all the time. And it's not the hair I had. Now, granted, I'm 62. I know our hair is going to thin. But I feel like it's way worse than it ever was before I had C. diff, and it's not returning to my normal.
Find Paul Evans for me. See if you find Paul Evans and put her at the top. Go ahead. I want to let you hear from somebody that's had their hair just jump out their head growing. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let me let you go on that. You will hear your answer when I get any one of the hair growing people to do that. Mary Jones is another one. I don't know if Mary Jones is on the line or not.
Y'all need this for that hair.
I talked to Dr. Connie Lee. Her hair was growing, all that hair
You're
falling
use all
out.
three.
Stopped. With many
Put this in your hair, on your scalp.
Okay.
This on
So
your
how would I
scalp.
use it if I got it? Like,
It's the same as everybody else. Put it on. You can take the mixture and massage it into your scalp. You know, the Restore Rejuvenate we talk about. Just massage it into your scalp and everything. Take the stuff. But I want to get them on here. Paula, as usual, see if you can, see if you can find her or somebody to call her if she's not on here.
Well, they're trying to get them. I had a situation where it was a domestic violence situation where they pulled the hair off the
she's
top of my
normally on
head.
here. I don't see what Dale will look for.
You want to know what I did?
But no,
of course, I'm taking all the products, right?
4 or 5 inches.
So, of course, I make sure I have the
well,
Restore
my hair
mixed in here.
it's
And I was putting
growing.
this
It's
on
just
multiple
very
times
thin
a
and
day.
sparse. When I went
I
to
probably
some
put it on
hair
7 to 8
place,
times a
had
day.
my scalp checked,
And my hair grew right on
they
back.
said that I am going through, I forget what the name of it is, but he said 30% of your hair follicles stay in a shedding mode because of some trauma you went through. And I'm like, well, yeah, I had C. diff, my mom was dying, I worked at Child Protective Services, and I was going through a move. All the same time.
Okay. Well, we're going to abbreviate because we got the evidence. Okay? And we have somebody who's gonna shout out this hair growth, chances are. Okay, well, thank you for that. You're in the right place with the right folks with the right technology. Okay?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
All right. The bankheads is either Gloria or Barbara, Texas.
Okay. Gloria, I needed to go ahead.
Okay, yes, hi, this is Gloria.
Okay.
Yes, and thank you for taking my call. I do have a question. I want to get the product right away. I want expedited because what happened, I contracted COVID-19, unfortunately. And so I want to get the products and know how to use them. I was diagnosed on not this past Saturday, but last Saturday of positive. And I did not have any symptoms at all, no symptoms except one, and that was I had no chills, no fever, no cough, no nothing, but it felt like a cold coming on. That's what it felt like. And I was
take this internally by mouth. You can rub this on you as well. All that for COVID.
But today I felt. Oh, okay.
We got a lot of experience with this. Okay, that's why I'm cutting you off. Okay. Let's get to the answer. All right. So.
Yeah.
And this is a very appropriate question, by the way, for the topic we got. We're talking about immune system. Now, COVID is a particularly vicious virus because it is going to exhaust and kill mitochondria. So your risk is, even after you get rid of the virus, you're left with the damage that it did, killing your stuff. Maybe you lost your taste, maybe you lost your hair. All kinds of stuff can happen, and you don't have much mitochondria to grow it back with. So that's the definition of a COVID long hauler. That is what has happened to them. With our answer, regrowing mitochondria, right? We're solving that problem up front. So now, not only does your body have more energy resources to cause those killer cells to go after those viruses and hunt and kill them, have those macrophages go eat them up. You know what macrophage stands for? It means big eaters. They eat those viruses up and get rid of them. Okay? So it's a really elegant approach to empower the body to do this, and that many people and I'll tell you how to take it. Like Reggie and that crew down there, they like to tell you, take it and do a milliliter every hour, like 8 hours of it. That's cool. Get it in your system. Minister Greg O'Loughlin, who had COVID in
one dropper filled to the top line every hour.
He was working on a roof of the church or something, and he had to step over something, and he was going back and forth. And when he knew he had COVID was, he kept tripping. He couldn't get his leg over there for some reason. And he did just that, gargle with it, right? Because you know it can multiply in your throat. Gargle with it like you heard somebody else say. Advice I gave someone else earlier, right? And that's it. I mean, and Dr. Dan, that's what made him think he was going to die. He had COVID, right?
COVID.
So, yeah,
was a bad
I'm
second.
excited that you learned about us, that you have a chance to use
Another
it
bad C.
with that concern, okay?
Yes, okay, okay.
So,
And
where do you live? Where do you live?
In Dallas, Texas, close to Dallas.
Okay, so you get on tonight, get that order in and whatnot, and have them get it out to you quickly, okay?
Okay, and I got online, but it said I had to have, I don't have any, I have to have a representative.
Okay, Dale, take a screenshot, call it back, okay?
I got you, Gloria.
We'll work that out, and we'll try to find that person who put you in. We can't find you, we'll get you the stuff out, we'll find them later, match it up, make it work out, okay? But we have an emergency situation, we want to respond to it.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, excellent, Gloria. Thank you.
Take care, Gloria. Roger, we can call it.
Oh, okay. Let me go. And don't let me forget this. Do you have Esmeralda on here too? Look for Esmeralda next. Okay, bring it to the top. Okay. So let's go to Paula first, and we're gonna get Esmeralda in here. Give me Paula, please.
Paula must be
Good evening. Good evening.
about the hair growing.
Indeed. Tell the lady the story about regrowing hair.
I joined July of last year, and I didn't have any health issues, but I wanted to get back to the level of age 12. I'm 70. Well, last year I was 70, and I said, wow. My hair grew 4.5 inches in 4.5 weeks. No, 4 inches in 4.5 weeks. And I mean, I can touch the top of my hip. My hair was never down there. It was long, but it went like it grew. But I would rub, when I washed my hair, I would put the Rejuvenate with the Restore in it and rub it on my scalp. You got to massage it in real good, not just place it like, just place it on the skin, anywhere on the body, just massage it in. And then a few moles that I had since a child. I rubbed nail the cream around my eyes. And eyebrows grew, and it's amazing. And I lost weight. I didn't do it for the weight loss, but I was 148 last summer. Now I'm 125, and I have curves. For the summer, I couldn't believe I had curves. I haven't had curves in 20 years. Curves, like a curve, not straight line. I'm excited. Yes, I'm excited. And of course, the exercise is important. And I just danced about an hour, 2 hours ago, a whole hour straight. So it's important to move. And I'm pleased with it. And help. One of the Spence family, an 88-year-old, get rid of prostate cancer in 6 weeks on the MoreMito products. So that's exciting. He mows his lawn. He mowed my lawn last week.
Yeah.
Ambrose, he mowed my lawn. I said, Ambrose, where you get all this energy? I want some of that energy. But he's taking the brain and body 2 in the morning. So I'm taking 2 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. That brain and body helps you to make the right make these decisions and sound judgments and do the right thing. It just makes your brain kick in and say, yeah, I should be doing this. And just do 5 minutes and build up to 5 more minutes. But it works. I mean, I'm going to be on it the rest of my life because if it took this long, I grew up on the farm with pork and chicken and everything. But, I mean, it was better food back then. But, parasites, I heard that call that the lady said, stay on it, even if you get rid of a health challenge. She got rid of those worms through her face, through her underarms and face.
Yeah, we got many stories.
Yeah, we have that story.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to some of the other episodes. You'll hear them talking about the parasites and how it's coming out of our body.
Wrap up a month. We give away prizes. We gave you a bundle and all that.
That was
cool
that was a shock when you called me that day.
All right, so
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I got a shot for somebody else tonight, okay?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna let you go I want to bring Esmeralda because she's the winner this month. Okay? Thank you, Paula. Esmeralda.
Hi. Oh, my God. Did I hear something?
You did.
That's our CEO. He's awesome. You see, he's giving away products. Now he has something built in where you can get products for free, but you see, he's giving away
so much.
other free products.
That's why I raised my hand. Really, I have a gentleman that asked me a specific question. I said that I would ask you. He said, okay, so he's dealing with scientists and other people, so I'm hoping to get him on board, and there's other doctors that are to be contacting you direct. But anyway, he said, does this technology stop the genetic changes that the COVID-19 does? I know that the mitochondria increasing, like you just explained, so I don't have to go through all that.
Okay, so good question. Good question. Let me answer it. So your body has enzymes that it makes that go in there and try to repair your DNA. Anyway, it's a normal function. So now let's think about what we're doing with respect to all body functions. We make them work better. How do we do that? Well, we restore that energy that they all rely on. So yes, so that's thing one. Let me give you two. One of the things in the formulation that Bevan paid particular attention to is DNA transcription. Okay? They use the form codes for turning certain genes on and whatnot. So inherent in the formulation on top of the obvious energy benefits is paying attention to the cellular replication by strengthening those signals so that when your cells are dividing, right, and it's got to copy one set of genes from the original cell to the new cell, that it actually occurs better. And next time I do this topic, I'll bring up, there's actually some foods that you can eat to help with that as well, because all this stuff comes from some food from somewhere, right? So the answer is an emphatic yes. Yes, I would say it does help that in general, let alone for that specific concern. Okay?
Perfect. Why, thank you so much for that response, and I love you guys, and many things coming. Just get ready. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Roger the bundle. Tell everybody again why Esmeralda gets a.
So the reason because we get in the last month. This is for last month that we're doing it. We're kind of late getting to it, right? But last month we had a number of people come on the call that you introduced. They all had great stories and ended up getting great results. And you just had somebody on here tonight, right? So you're trending, okay?
You changed our lives, Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea. Get ready.
All right.
Everybody have you like Esmeralda, 3 bundles away. All right. Thank you, Esmeralda.
Amen.
Okay.
Congratulations, Esmeralda, for winning some free product, or earning some free product just by sharing the information.
All right, so we better make track. Okay. I like this name. I'm blowing it up so I make sure I'm pronouncing it. Yashika Rice in Georgia.
All right, Yashika, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
I joined on Saturday, and I started Miss Patricia Watson and Mr. Aubrey. I don't know his last name, but who he allowed me to get the product. I did start using it on yesterday, and I did the restore. I did do the drops in my eyes because I was used to doing some herbal stuff, and it had cayenne pepper in it, so I was able to do it in my eyes. And I heard on Saturday one lady, a gentleman, he was speaking, and he said he was doing it for his sister in her eyes, and she was saying that it was very blurry. And I wanted, I don't know if he's on tonight, but I wanted him to know that at first it's like when you're holding a mirror and maybe grease or something gets on the mirror, and eventually when you wash it off, your eyes become clear. So if she gives it enough time to dissipate, that it'll go away. And I promise you, I was so excited because I began to see words that I couldn't see at first, and it was a blur, but I did see it. And I was talking to Miss Pat today. I said, I don't want to sound superficial, but I promise you, you may think I'm crazy. I may sound superficial, but I promise you, I could see parts of my vision coming in just for using it on yesterday. And I'm the type of person, I have to see it to believe it. And I promise you, and I do have more, I would say, I feel lighter from taking the pills. I forgot the name of the pill.
Renew.
But
Renew
so I did put it in my eyes.
Capsules.
I did use the cream as well. And I can tell a difference just from one day using it. I know it may not sound superficial to you guys,
we've heard
but
all
also I do have like my aunt on the line. So like my aunt, and she has a son that's going through the same thing as far as his eyes, and he had to have surgery and everything on his eyes. But she is on the line. If she could just talk to you guys and just maybe ask some questions, just to see what you guys would say in order to help him.
Okay, so do *5 on your phone, so we can, and we'll, or the panel, whichever you call in on, and we'll get to you. Okay. What's her name?
Miss Kathy. Yes.
I don't see her yet with her hand.
Oh, she's on. No, she's on my line. I called her in.
Okay, well go ahead then.
I figured that.
Okay, my son has that. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, my son has diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
And over the last year and a half, he's had several surgeries. They've taken off 2 of his toes. He's lost his vision in his left eye. And they're trying to save his right eye.
Mm-hmm. So
they did. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So this is an all too common thing, because we have so many people with high blood pressure and diabetes, so we've had many of these stories, okay, that we've helped people with. When you got diabetes, you got excess blood sugar roaming around in your system, and it's just about what's going to fail first, because it's damaging everything. It's very corrosive, actually. Okay, so what we're doing with this approach of regrowing mitochondria, we're giving your body a greater capacity to use that blood sugar up, number one. Number two, repair the damage that it was doing. Because your body is trying to repair it, right? It's trying to do it right now. It's just that with mitochondria being damaged and you didn't have as much to start with because you're older, right? It's harder to do. So we get some absolutely miraculous stories coming out of that, all the way to being blind and getting your sight back. In some cases, this is ridiculous. Grace brought us a minister up in Philadelphia. He was born blind in one eye. He's getting sight back in that eye. So there's much reason for encouragement. Get him on this. Let's go. That's all you got to do. Okay?
Born blind. Was getting his sight back because he did what? He got on the MoreMito products to build up his mitochondria.
Right on the people product page, Archbishop McCall.
Mitochondria is a bad
Archbishop
thing.
McCall had exactly that. Navigate to the product page, people product page. You'll see Archbishop McCall. It'll be very encouraging. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank both of you.
Thank you.
Okay. Man, Dale, we're working it tonight, Dale.
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right. So, Charlene Barton in New York.
All right. Charlene or Carlene, either way. 453.
I always get that wrong. It's Carlene.
Yes. Good evening and shalom. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. I wanted to know, because this product is so wonderful. My husband says, oh, it's just a placebo. Like, he doesn't believe. I did let him try 2 of my brain. You know how men could be. Anyway, 2 of my brain and bodies. 2 of them once. And he's like, oh, but he only used it once. I want to know, for people who have cancer, like even if they're receiving chemotherapy and other treatments, could they still use the product? Would it interfere
Absolutely.
with the...
Give me Ambrose Spence. Dale, give me Ambrose Spence. And see if he's still with us. You see him?
I've got Albert. I did not see him.
Okay.
And I'm looking.
So that's who Paula was just talking about. Now, let me normalize this cancer conversation. Cancer is routine.
Mm-hmm.
Your body, let's say you got 40 trillion cells, it's generating about 10,000 abnormal cells a day, microcancers. They will only grow to about 3 milliliters at most. You won't be able to detect them, chances are. And your body will hunt and kill them. These natural killers, NKs is what they're called. They're hunting them 24/7. They're Terminators, if you ever saw that movie with Schwarzenegger in it, okay? So your body is handling that business. But if one of them is able to attract the blood supply, it's going to explode. It's going to start multiplying like crazy, and that's when it becomes noticeable. You know it's regular cancer. But your body has all the resources to turn it around. I just talked to Golly today, somebody with a aggressive lung cancer. We had two kinds of lung cancer. One was a regular lung cancer, the other was a super aggressive. And got on the whole thing, do the bundle. I said, grow the mitochondria, with your body handle the rest. They go in there, they can't find a single live cancer cell. It's all dead. Okay? And again, we didn't cure any of it. We just regrew the mitochondria.
Body cured it itself. You just regrew the mitochondria so the body could find. Okay. Because I want to recommend it to people that have cancer. The product is great. Mental health issues.
Same thing.
It's funny how I didn't know anything about this product until I was introduced to it by Brother Eisel here in New York, Brooklyn, New York, where I live. And he said to me, Logan Eisel, so he explained to me like you did that, because I thought it was the product. He said, no, it's that we're helping to restore the mitochondria, and the body does the regrowing, repairing, and all that. So anyway, I didn't, I'm using the product. I ran across something on Instagram. You know how they have all these shorts? And there was a man saying that he was a regular man, but he said mental health issues like autism, other mental health issues he was naming, are all due to a mitochondria. And he had nothing to do with MoreMito. He said all of those autism and other mental health issues are due to a mitochondrial dysfunction or defect.
Yes.
And see, I was like, whoa, because before I started using this product, never heard anyone say anything about mitochondria. I heard it hormonal. I heard all kinds of other stuff. I've never heard anybody say anything about restoring the mitochondria, or that the mitochondria could have a dysfunction or a defect or whatever's going on. Like the lady who was on earlier that said she had a disease from childhood and her body couldn't even fight it.
Let me
start taking the product. Okay, go ahead.
Right. In the interest of other hands, I got to get to. Let me tell you how you can dig into this even better. And maybe you are on this call, but we did calls on Reboot Your Brain. The latest will be up.
Go back on the playlist for the Health World Show, Stephanie, and go to Reboot Your Brain. There's several of them. Listen to them. Watch them.
Previous calls, click here. Go back and listen to that call.
Yes.
In fact, you can go further back because there's hundreds of calls there and look at a couple of them in a row. You'll see the range of all these neurological conditions that people reported they got benefit from after we regrew their mitochondria. So it's very, very common here, right? They're here for people to report their results. And even if you don't have a debilitation, you get the what we call emotional intelligence. You just handle your business better. Things don't bother you as much. You're not getting taken out of the game.
It's reboot. Go back and listen to the calls.
Go down that list till you find Reboot Your Brain. Okay?
Reboot Your Brain.
Now look at it like your phone, How your phone computer gets to where they're not working right, you got to reboot it. Well, when we restore your mitochondria, we just hit the reset button and reboot your brain. Okay?
Okay, I'm going to listen to it so I can have, but that's what I said. When I came across that information, I said, oh my goodness, because it's all connected. And the product I know the product works because I use it, but now the people are realizing that a lot of these things are due to issues with the mitochondria.
Well, let me appreciate you for that. And I got to jump on these other hands. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So, Houston, I spent a lot of time in Houston, Dale. That's what Bobby Holloway is calling it, according to this caller ID.
That's right. Bobby, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
How you doing, sir?
Told y'all this was
Great.
awesome
I've
information.
been listening and I've been really
Health
enjoying
knowledge.
these calls. And I was thinking today about traveling overseas to try to get exactly what y'all are explaining to me I can find right here, right now.
Yes, sir.
So what I have is like a COPD, and one military doctor told me it was asthma. So from listening to y'all, this will work excellent on me.
Yeah, so we did
COPD?
the weekend before, we did the call on respiratory stuff, including COPD and all kinds of other things. So same thing with you. You can go back and listen to that call, hear about the lady the different ones that had COPD. One particular lady quit smoking 20 years ago, and she's coughing and she's got this thing going on, the energy low, and all these other symptoms people have. Black line across the bottom of the lung, and they had an answer for it. They said, we can cut the bottom of that lung off. Okay? You know? Anyway, got a lot of technology, body fixed it. So yeah, let's go. You put your order in yet?
She did what?
I'm going to put it in the first thing in the morning.
Got her order.
Let's go, okay.
She ordered the
How
product.
long do you think it will take me to get it for it to arrive here? Because I've got a load of people that's going to go in right after me.
What does it go in on what East Coast? Those orders that go in before the cutoff, before like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they're going out the same day. Okay? So just get your order in the morning, it'll be flying out to you.
Thank you, sir.
Unless you decide to overnight it, but you'll get it in 2 days. Order tomorrow, you got it Thursday. The rest of the plane falls out of the sky.
All right.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. And thank y'all very much. And may God keep you, bless you, and
He said
hold
if you
you
order
safe
it
and keep the
2 days,
conversations going.
if you order it 2 days,
Thank you. We
meaning that's the,
receive all
you get the
blessings.
2 day
We need
shipping.
them.
You'll have it in
So
2
let's
days.
talk to Reggie.
But sometimes through the mail, you can have it in 2
All
days
right,
as well.
Mr. Williams. I'm
But it's
unmuted
not
you, buddy. Go
guaranteed
ahead.
through the mail to get there in 2 days.
Call, man.
Unless
Roger,
you pay for
I'm
the
tell
2
you
days.
now, you're going to cause people to walk on water. You better stop it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am literally excited for a few things. One, I wanted to address the growing hair. My wife went natural, and my God, her hair is just amazing. And so what this stuff has done for her hair is out of this world. But most of all, I want to talk about my eyebrows. You see, I got my Herman Munster back. Well, you had to be in the 70s to know that one, folks. So I'm going to tell you, it was such an embarrassing thing to see your eyebrows fading. I mean, half of my eyebrow was so light, I was like drawing a pencil in. I thought about getting a tattooed eyebrow. Oh my gosh, folks, I'm gonna tell you, and here in Atlanta, you can't put, you can't use no pencil on your eyebrow. Well, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, so my hair grew back, folks, on my eyebrows. It was just amazing what this stuff is doing for the hair on my head. The stash was completely gray, and now it's, ladies and gentlemen, 3.5 quarters black. It's just amazing what happened. So another thing I wanted to address is that young lady who simply spoke about how everything is a mitochondria deficiency. Let me share this, folks. Listen to me very carefully. This stuff was being sought out by the testimonies that were happening. There isn't anything, just like water is a necessity. I don't care if you run a mile. I don't care if you run 5 miles. I don't care if you walk. The commonality there is everybody must drink water or you will be dehydrated and die. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't inhale oxygen, you will literally die from suffocation. If you do not increase your mitochondria, ladies and gentlemen, your lifespan simply shortens. It's not rocket science. I know we want to look at the medical terms and we want to go alpha, B, C, cancer, this, we want to give all these names. But listen, if you increase your mitochondria, keep it simple. I promise you, I'm living this, not only, ladies and gentlemen,
from the manifestation of the testimonies that happen on our calls. But the very things walking into Walmart, you allow somebody who has a knee brace on. I got it on camera now, so there's no, well, as the gentleman would say, he thought it was snake oil, or as the young lady was talking about her husband. Doc, and listen to me very carefully. We got videos. As the young kid said, we got receipts. So when we give the young lady the mini, she puts it on. I said, well, we're going to simply give her a few seconds. When I said that, she wanted to take a step, and she looked at the camera, and she said, oh, no way. Oh, no way. She took another step and said, oh, I need to buy a big jar of this.
Mini
you see, those are the kind of testimonies that want to happen that way
it's
for
like the
everybody.
travel size.
It just
we call them
depends
minis.
on how much mitochondria increasing your body needs. You see, ladies and gentlemen, there are other things out there that can enhance your mitochondria, but that's only the 25 to 30% that's in your body. This is the only one that can increase your mitochondria. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we have walking on water testimonies
increases your
as you are hearing so articulately as Dale and Roger are putting it down. So with that, guys, I love you more than you know. Gonna let it show. I love you more. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Reggie. Okay, how about Sandra Brown in Georgia, someplace?
All right. Sandra, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello. Actually, I no longer live in Georgia. I'm actually in Ocala, Florida, capital of the world. Okay, but I'm just enlightened by the conversations that I've been listening to, and I was wondering why it took you guys so long to get to me, because I thought I raised my hand first. But anyway, by listening to everybody else's testimony, a lot of my questions have been answered, because I was going to ask you about the cancer, because my husband has prostate cancer. He had it removed over maybe 15 years ago, and maybe a couple of years ago his PSA blew off the chart, so they said it had came back. And so one of my questions that I was going to ask you was, can I purchase the mitochondria and add it to his therapy that his chemo. I just want to know if it would have
purchased the product.
I'm going to get
to build her
Ambrose Spence on here. I saw his hand. Is it still there? I see him. Okay. So the answer is yes, and I'm going to give you an example of somebody, okay? So just hang up. Just stay there. I'm going to put you back. I'm going to bring this person and answer your question through them, okay?
Okay.
All right. Put her back. Give me Ambrose.
Got it. Ambrose.
Ambrose, you there, sir? Gotta unmute Ambrose. If you did *5 to mute yourself, you gotta do it. You gotta unmute yourself.
You may not be able to talk with us.
Call Paula and let Paula freeway you in.
Come on, Ambrose.
Paula's right here.
Okay.
I lost Paula.
Okay, so she's going to call him. She'll get him and bring him back. Okay, we can't get you unmuted here. Get Greg. I saw his nephew, Greg. Okay, they're going to get him. Meanwhile, we'll grab somebody else. Get this other wireless call in Tampa. Number is 7911, Dale, in the meantime.
All right, wireless caller, go ahead. Give us your name and ask your question.
Good evening, and thank you all so much. My name is Miss Inez, and I'm out of Tampa, Florida.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, stay with me, Paula. You got Ambrose with you?
Thank you.
Okay, stand by. Stand by. Y'all stand by. I'm going to finish this caller in Tampa and come right back to y'all. Okay, go ahead, Tampa caller. Lisa caller ID says so.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm wondering, does this help vitiligo?
Yes. Now, I saw a lady on the line earlier, Brenda, who had vitiligo in California. And yes, we've had that experience.
Okay.
So, massage it in, make sure massage it in your hair. Go for it. Okay, long and short.
Sausage in the hair.
Okay, I don't have it, but I know a lot of people. I used to have a radio station. We had a show with by the little Ligo, and so I know a lot of people in that community. And it sounds like everything that you're talking about this evening, I know somebody. Cancer. Yeah, I have no eyebrows, but I never had eyebrows anyway. They're little light brows, and had to use a pencil when I was little.
Get on our products. Your eyebrows can grow in.
The eyebrow pencil on his eyebrows dark as he is. Now we have to do that.
But it seems like, somebody we know has cancer, prostate cancer, and runs in my family, so I got to tell my brothers about it. Mm-hmm. My father passed from stomach cancer. I wish I would have known this prior to. But just some COPD. I got a cousin with COPD, so I've been pushing this out to people, but they don't seem to want to call in. But it's like, okay, I don't have anything really wrong with me. I wear glasses, but I'm going to
there you go.
Be getting more Mito.
She don't have nothing wrong with it, but she wears glasses.
By Mr. Norman, and so I plan on getting some more Mito so I can have a better eyesight. But other than that, I'm pretty healthy. I'm
most
blessed to be pretty
mitochondria in your eye area.
So I'm just trying to
most people don't know that.
Give the blessings to other people who have what is it? Oh shoot! I had lupus at one time. I don't have lupus anymore because I just prayed it away. But anyway, I've been trying to get people on the line for for lupus and everything else. So I'm trying to push the product out, but you can only do so much until.
No, you just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep going.
Right.
Okay?
Correct.
People don't listen. They go on to the next person.
You don't
waste your time.
decide not to broadcast because some people don't have their radio turned on, or even don't have one at all.
Right.
You just gotta keep going.
Correct.
So say your name again
to those that got their radio turned on.
Because it's just coming up there. Say that again.
MC.INEZ.
Okay, there you got that. Ms. Inez.
Yes,
Thank you, Ms. Inez. Let me get these other answers. Okay. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Paula, who's got Ambrose with her.
All right, Paula, go ahead.
Paula, you got
I'm
Ambrose?
here.
Okay, so
Ambrose, you there?
Paula, I'm here.
Can you hear Ambrose?
Yes,
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, you're fine, loud and clear. So Ambrose, quickly, tell that story. You're on medication already. You laying in the bed. You told me you could hardly pick up a plate. What can you do now?
I can cut the lawn. I cut Paula's lawn. I can do anything I want to with MoreMito. 88 years old.
That's right.
I have no.
How many push-ups could you do before, and how many can you do now?
I couldn't do a push-up. I was too weak. My body was too weak. 88 years old. Now I do 40 push-ups each and every morning on my chair. And I want to do more.
All right. There you go.
No glasses needed.
How many weeks was it when Paula got you, along with Greg, your nephew, got you on Mito? How many weeks was it before you went back in that doctor's office?
I met Paula in March 25. The doctor said, I'm going to change your medication to something more powerful. I pleaded with him, and he said, I'm going to give you until April the 28th, 25. So I met Paula. She sold me the first bundle. I started taking my bundle, but I started taking a little more Restore. And by the time I had gotten to April 28th, the nurse said, I'm going to take a urine test. She took my urine test, and she said, Ambrose, your bladder is emptying. And I said, what does that mean? She said, it's perfect. And the doctor walked in and he looked at me. He said, Ambrose, your PSA is 0.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I cut the grass. I could even cut
get yours
Paula's
now.
lawn.
Look in the description, get the information, unless somebody else referred you. If nobody else referred you, if I referred you, or you find out from my show, look in the description, follow the directions
2 years I did that
create your
with
free customer website and order yours
but
now.
now I cut my own grass.
And Poland.
He's 88 years old,
and no
okay?
glasses. He needs no eyeglasses at his age.
No eyeglasses.
No eyeglasses.
So you used to wear glasses?
No, I never wore glasses.
Okay.
So in other words,
there you go. Okay. Outstanding.
MoreMito, and I love Roger Williams. I love that fellow Williams.
Reggie Williams.
Reggie.
Roger Williams.
It's a Roger Williams. Reggie.
Oh yeah, Reggie. Outstanding.
Reggie was a guy that was just speaking a few minutes ago.
Thank you, you guys.
All right, we gotta get these other hands that's waiting.
Yeah, we have fun.
We couldn't have done a better answer than that.
Don't you want to be a part of something where you have fun? You're changing lives over and over and over. This is why I love it. It changed my life. Y'all, I was on this and more. Okay? All these have my name on. I was on that and more. This is why I love this. Okay? Because it's changed my life. I'm not on any medication.
July 9th, I had mentioned when I called in one day applying the Rejuvenate on my feet, I could feel my feet the next day. And at that point, I had not yet mixed the Restore in it.
She just did straight
But
Rejuvenate.
I wanted to,
It's potent by itself.
two more things quickly. One is, can you talk to me about what detox looks like?
Yeah, I can do that. So, you've been accumulating toxins all through your body. In your colon, you've been accumulating it. You may have some parasites in there that need to come out, all of those things. So you take our Mito, it's going to wake up your gut, and you may find yourself going to the bathroom more often. Okay, that's the first thing you may notice. The other thing is that if you got parasites, it's a very inhospitable place, and then they can start coming out in your stool, coming out your face, coming out of every place. Okay, drive them out. You might also feel lethargic. Instead of you hearing all these people talking about how much energy they got, you might have less because of the body devoting that energy to, getting rid of those toxins, right? But in the course of a week or so, that will pass. All right, and everything will go back to normal. If it's too uncomfortable, just reduce the amount you're taking until it passes, then you can turn it back up, okay? But it's very common. It's a good thing because these toxins are between you and being healthy. We got to get them out, right? So that's what your body's endeavoring to do, okay?
Okay. Have you ever heard anything about itching? Like on skin?
Yes. You can itch in odd places, okay? One lady came to me, she got this itching on one side of her arm. I don't know why that was, it just was. But I know it passes. You can have emotional detox symptoms. More than one lady has told me that they got a lot of technology and every time they took it, it made them feel like they wanted to cry. Okay? So there's a myriad of things that you may experience as your body is detoxing. So just stay with it. Okay, so it's a good time.
That's good to know. I didn't know that, so I had cut back, and then I restarted at a lower dose and working my way back up. The other thing I want to say is the realization I had. I was in the cardiac doctor's office last Tuesday, and I heard this guy talking about some of his diagnoses and stuff. And I realized that I have to print me some business cards with the phone number because I didn't have a one to give him and couldn't find it in my cell phone. So I'm going to get me some cards.
We are working hard on your mobile app. So if you don't have a card, you'll be able to deal with it. But in the meantime, do what you got to do. Too many people need help. Okay?
Okay. And the third thing I want to say is on June 16th, I had an EV-ICD implant. And in the center, like below the breast, there was, I'm not sure what it was, but I had the stitching there too, or that glue stuff they use now. But I had a knot about the size of a plum. Mm-hmm. And if I touched it, it hurt, or it would give me gas release. And I said, I'm going to put this Rejuvenate on it. Mm-hmm. And I did that, and in a week it had reduced to half the size. Mm. And now there's nothing there but the scar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you keep rejuvenating, you may not even have that scar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my
okay,
keloids are gone.
Sure, the doctor afterwards told me it was probably scar tissue. But I'm telling you that plum is not even a pea size now. And that's all for me tonight.
All right, thank you. And Dale, we're gonna let that be the last person. If we didn't get to you, call us back and let us hear from you. Well, we'll take one more. Take Shirley Jones. Take Shirley Jones in Memphis.
All right, Shirley, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right. I am 84 years old, and I have oxiditis real bad, and I have been taking turmeric, but I see this medicine has turmeric root in it, and I was been concerned about getting too much turmeric in my body. So how should I don't know how to take it, but I got it yesterday. I forgot I had ordered. I didn't know what this stuff was. I said, I'm going to send this stuff back. I didn't order this. and my girl called me. She said, I thought you forgot about it. I want you to listen tonight and listen to the questions. And a lot of my questions have been answered. But I just wanted to know about the turmeric. And since I'm taking...
So we use very, very small amounts of everything. So you might have had an issue with that in a different formulation, and it may be fine here, okay? But go ahead and try it. Start with a small dose, and let's see what happens. I mean, worst case scenario, you get your money back.
Okay, let me ask you
let's find out.
All right, so I won't get too much turmeric. Am I right?
Yeah, you're not going to get too much turmeric from our product. Because, again, the amounts are very, very, very small. They're so small, we won't even say what they are because people won't believe it.
All right, now, another question I have pain with my arthritis, and I take my Tylenol with it, and I have a pain.
None of that's going to be an issue with us, but what you're going to find out, chances are, you mix that Restore and that Rejuvenate, mix it up and put it on there frequently, you may find you don't need the Tylenol.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, really.
I mean,
I had questions about that, but I think y'all have answered that already. So.
Yeah, now, it's a Forrest Gump situation, right? Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get because it's your DNA. Mm-hmm. Okay? So.
All right, but thank you. You've answered most of my questions.
All right. Dale, you get the last word.
Listen, everybody, we are having an incredible August. We are shipping all over this planet. You are changing people's lives. But remember, you're the only one that has the data. Get it out. Tell us what we can do to help you. We're here to support you in everything you do. You are the best part of this company. And let us know what we can do to help. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Rod?
Was that not awesome, y'all? We have such great testimonials. Why? Because when you're building your mitochondria and your body fixes itself, and people just share what your body has done, it's amazing, y'all. And, it gets me excited, especially just hearing all of this. I love hearing other people because I know what it has done for me. Like I showed y'all a little earlier. These are just some of the medications that doctors had me on, right? Just some of them. All of these have my name on them, right? And see, I still have some even in the things that I ended up not even taking. But because they had me on so much stuff, right? 18 to 20 different medications, right? And by me getting on the products, building my mitochondria up, I don't take any of those medications. So going to the cardiologist, going to the oncologist, going to a neurologist, you know, you name it, going to a dermatologist for my allergies, because my allergist couldn't figure out what was triggering my allergies, right? So he referred me to a dermatologist saying he think it may be in my blood or whatever, right? Dermatologist couldn't figure it out either. His solution was, oh, well, let's just, you know, prescribe you more pills. So whenever you have your breakouts, you have enough pills, right? That was just putting a Band-Aid on it, because bottom line is he didn't know. Understand, y'all that just want to listen to everything doctors say, doctors don't know everything, okay? I have a 20-some-year-old daughter running around here, right? They told me I would never have any more children. She's a result of what happened after they told me that, right? Doctors don't know everything. I was told I'd never be able to take care of my family again. Don't I look like I can take care of my family? I've taken care of my family and other families as well. As I told y'all, I had a group home. So I was taking care of several residents, etc., right? So, guys, you owe it to yourself to do your research. When I did the research, when I found out about the products and did the research, I said yes. And this is what helped me to start becoming off my medication little bit by little bit. You know, then doctors began to tell me, like my oncologist, he's like, it's up to you, but I'm seeing you once a year now. This was after I got on the products, right? After I got on the products. I hadn't done anything different, but got on the products, right? So after I started getting them in, then my reports were starting to look different, right? So the oncologist was like, well, I'm seeing you once a year now. I'm checking your blood, asking you, are you taking your low dose aspirin, once a day? And that's it. He was like, so you don't have to come back. It's up to you, unless, something happens and, and you need to come back. So did y'all hear that? This was after I got on the products, y'all. After I got on the natural products and did what? Built my mitochondria up, right? Our mitochondria is already in us. God designed us with mitochondria, just like he designed pets to have mitochondria, right? These are the two products that the pets can use, right? So you owe it to yourself, because not anybody has 100% mitochondria. So this is something that everybody needs. Every human, every pet can build their mitochondria up. So it doesn't matter what you have. Like I heard the lady say, oh, well, I don't have any health issues, but I wear glasses. That's a health issue. You have the most mitochondria in your eye area, right? So, but somebody needs to share with her that is a health issue. You wear glasses for a reason. Your mitochondria is not, 100% in your eye area. And so then things start to break down. Y'all do the research. You will learn that when your mitochondria in your eye area is not 100%, other things in your body can break down. Just like they were talking about diabetes, right? Well, if you're diabetic, it can cause eye problems. It causes other things to happen in your body, right? So you heard them talking about, people being diabetic, getting shots in their eyes and all that. Well, then some of them are no longer getting the shots. You know why? Because they use the products. They cared enough about their health to use the products and build their mitochondria up, and their body start fixing itself. Your body knows how to do it, okay? Your body knows how to fix itself. You just have to give it the right things, right? So just like you eat every day, right? Because your body has had the nutrition. Well, guess what? This is considered a food. This is considered a food. So feed your body what it needs to build its mitochondria up so that your body can fix itself. I love hearing the testimonials of, people having life-changing, things and stuff, because I know this was life-changing for me. They told me I would have to live with pain the rest of my life, dealing with migraines and all other types of pain. I had a whole list, of things that was going on in my body, y'all. When I tell you this has been life-changing, trust me, it has been life-changing. You want to know why I'm doing the TV show about it? Because it has been life-changing. And, I need to share with as many people as possible. So I owe it. I owe this to God, because he allowed this to come into my life. I remember going to the neurologist for my migraines. I was on several medications for my migraine. I remember telling that neurologist, I told her, I said, well, my body, because, they ask you how you feel, etc., right? So I said, well, my body feels very uncomfortable. I said, I have these migraines all the time, every day. It's like I'm living with just constant pain. When it gets, too bad where I can't stand it, I go to the hospital. They give me a shot. It brings us back down to I tolerate it. What a way to live your life, right? Well, I lived that life for many, many years, right? And I told her, I said, and I can't. I've always been a multitasker. I can't multitask. So, she already viewed my chart. So she shared with me that 2 of the medications that they had me on, right? 2 of the medications. Doctors have you on all type of medications, right? But 2 of the medications that the doctors had me on, we trust these doctors, right? Because they have MD behind their name or whatever, right? But 2 of the medications they had me on, they were over medicating me. And I had been on them for too long. Okay? They were over medicating me. I was taking what they told me to take. And I was told, oh, you should have been off of that, right? So, but she said I had to go through a detox to come off of those. I couldn't just stop taking them. But in the meantime, she had to put me on something else. So I already had my own pharmacy, right? I'm already on all these pills. But she got to add another pill, another prescription to what I'm already taking before I could come off all these. And I got to go through a detox. Now, I did ask her this, because when she said detox, the first thing that popped in my mind was seeing Ray Charles' movie where Jamie Foxx played Ray Charles, right? And so she just kind of snickered, and she was like, well, yeah, a detox, right? And she said, we put people in the hospital to have a detox. So I told her, at that time, I was a single parent, and I had nobody else to get my daughter to school, so I couldn't go in the hospital, right? But, we have an awesome God. I was able to go through the detox and everything, and it was really, pretty smooth. I didn't go through all that I saw Jamie Foxx, or Ray Charles went through. Now, mind you, he was on street drugs or whatever, I guess. But, it's still a drug, right? But, I just thank God. And I prayed to God that day while I was there. Because when she told me what the medicine was doing, I'm not going to lie, tears ran down my cheeks, right? Because I'm trusting these doctors, right? And so I just prayed to God, and I said, God, can you please send me something? I don't have to take all these pills. This was in December of 2015. And by December 31st, my friend called and shared with me about the Rejuvenate Gel. This was the first thing I used, and it helped me with my migraines. I kid y'all not, okay? So all these testimonies y'all hearing, these are people that have experienced this, okay? I just shared I have so many testimonies too, it's not funny. While the conference call was going on, when they were talking about the eyes, I shared with y'all. I used to have a restriction on my driver's license saying that I had to wear my glasses when I drive. Well, from y'all saw me demonstrate rubbing this on multiple times while we were doing the conference call, right? By me doing that multiple times a day. And at that time, it was just a straight Rejuvenate Gel. Nobody was mixing this in. We didn't know about that yet. After somebody tried it, yeah, now we mix it in, right? But just with just the straight Rejuvenate Gel, I had those results. We have awesome results. You know why? Because we're building up the mitochondria. We're feeding our body this food, and it's building our mitochondria up. Our body knows how to fix itself. God designed our body to fix itself if you give it the right things. So I dare you. I triple dare you. I challenge you to look through the description. Place your order now. Create your free website. Place your order and see what it does for you. Now, if somebody else referred you, get back with the person that referred you. But if I referred you, or you was, by you seeing my show, that was how you found out about it. Look in the description, follow the directions, and order your products. And let's see what it does for you. I can't wait to hear your testimonials. Because, honey, I know what this product does. Now, you may be one of those, though, that I've shared it with some people. And some people, they say, oh, yeah, I don't want to deal with this no more. I'm so tired of this. They're really not tired, right? They are not tired. Because when I share some of this information, some people don't act on it. So you know what that shows me? They're not tired. When they get sick and tired of being sick and tired, they'll listen. But they're not tired. A lot of people just talk. Be about it. Take action and see what it can do for you. If you one of those that think, oh, I'm just so healthy or whatever. I've had people that told me, oh yeah, I'm just healthy. There's nothing wrong with me. But yet and still, they have problems with their teeth, right? They may have had teeth pulled. They may currently have problems with their teeth. They wear glasses, or they may wear reading glasses. That's signs that, you know, there's something going on in your body. Those are showing you got health issues, right? But people are not recognizing that, you know. You know, it's so many different things. You know, you may not have a whole lot of energy. Guess what? Build your mitochondria up, you'll have that energy back. You know, your body can fix itself from anything. You know, you heard them talking about the neurological issues, right? When you have a neurological deficiency or mitochondria deficiency, then different things can happen in your body. For example, autism. If you know somebody has autism, somebody in your family has autism, you know somebody that has somebody that has autism, share this information, because autism, mental health issues, a lot of people have mental health issues, right? All of this has something to do with your being neurological, right? All of this is due to a mitochondrial dysfunction. So go get the products and let's fix that mitochondrial dysfunction and see how your body reacts, right? ADHD, dementia, you name it. It doesn't make a difference what it is. You heard them talking about somebody had a spot on their leg that was just itching, on the arm, whatever body part it was, that, you know, it can be something small. Some people have, like, you know, you heard them talking about moles. Somebody was using the gel for something else, the Rejuvenate Gel, wiping them on them for something else, and their mole came off. Now, my family has a lot of moles. I have some moles, you know, but I have, you know, other family members have more moles, you know, than I do. I had a sister that, one of my older sisters, had some removed from her face. She had them surgically removed. Well, had she listened and just put the gel and stuff on and taken the products, it would have just come off. But she, you know, people are human. They do what they want to do, right? But this is the natural way to do the things, right? Because it can come off. You know, y'all, stop letting these doctors cut on you when you don't have to be cut on. You know, get that mitochondria built up. You know, I'm just so passionate because I love helping people. I come from a family of teachers and preachers, right? So I grew up with my family helping people. I love helping people. So, you know, that's what I do. I help people get their mitochondria strong, right? I teach them how to get their mitochondria strong. And then guess what? Their body can fix itself. So let's go out and share this with everybody, you guys. From the health point, knowledge is power, right? So let's get this knowledge on how to get your body strong. And then on another note, y'all heard Mr. Hill, the CEO, talk about, you know, the component where if you want to, you know, earn some income or whatever, it doesn't cost you anything to earn income. So we're helping people with their health, right? The natural way, building your mitochondria up. And then he has a component here that's totally free, where you could also earn as much income as you want to. Okay. Some people are earning more a month than some people are earning in a whole year. It is up to you. You can give yourself a raise whenever you choose to give yourself a raise, right? Just by sharing it with more and more people, right? We share things anyway. You go to Walmart and you find something you like, whatever. What do? You go tell somebody. Does Walmart pay you anything? No. Or you go to dealers, you know, same thing. You tell people, you know, in the grocery store, you tell people. Are those people paying you anything? No. This is a company where you get rewarded by sharing the information. So why not go out and just share this with everybody and just see how much you can earn, right? Whether you earn free product. You heard them talk about the component where you can just earn free product, right? Oh, I love that. I love that. When that happened, it just, because this just fell in my lap. And when that happened, and, you know, and people they started asking me. I didn't go out and talk to people. They started asking me because, like I told y'all, you know, me living a life in pain. Well, me being around my church family all the time, they knew my facial expressions and how my body looked when I was in pain, right? So they began to notice that, oh, well, Stephanie, you don't look like you're in as much pain. You're smiling more. What are you doing? So I just share, oh, well, I'm taking products, you know, and no, I'm not in as much pain, you know. So yeah, I can smile more now because I'm not in as much pain. So then they begin to tell me, oh, well, I have high blood pressure, I have diabetes, or, you know, I need to get my eyesight better, you know, I have this, I have that, I have shoulder pain, you name it, right? So all I did was I gave them my website. Some of them, I gave them the website. They created their free customer website and they ordered the product. Some of them that were, that were older and, didn't like being on the computer or anything like that, I just went on there and helped, create their website for them. They gave me their information. We create their website for them, and then we place their order, right? Because you have to be referred, right? So next thing you know, I had all these MoreMito books, right? Well, what do you do with your MoreMito books? That's how you get free product, right? So at that point, when I had done enough and, was getting the free product, I was just like, oh, I love this, right? And people were study asking. People said, oh, Stephanie, you told so-and-so about this. They told me to come talk to you, right? Okay, so I talked to them, but guess what? Because that person told them to come talk to me, then I let them, sign up under their website and be their customer. But guess what? I still benefited from it, right? So it's all helping each other. And we're all getting healthy together. So you owe it to yourself. You owe it to your kids. You owe it to your family. You even owe it to your pets, because pets have mitochondria also. I didn't even know that. I didn't know we had mitochondria, and I didn't know pets had mitochondria. But guess what? I get on the conference calls Mondays, 7:55 p.m. Central Standard Time, adjusted to your time zone. Saturdays, 10:55 a.m. Central Standard Time, adjusted to your time zone. Because knowledge is power. And when you get that knowledge, then you can use that knowledge and you can learn a whole lot of different things. I've been able to talk to a whole lot of different people, help change a whole lot of lives besides myself, because I did what? I got on the calls. I talked to people. I asked questions and I got the information. Okay. I have people constantly calling me, asking me, information. Just either they found me from, me doing my TV show, people that know me. I even had a call on yesterday. Somebody called and, they shared, what they were going through. I told them what they needed to do, get back on the product and everything. And they also shared, they say, well, I don't think I ever told you, but that day you came and you sat down on the steps beside me and you gave me that advice and, and I, got them on the products and everything, but I was going to end my life that day. I was getting ready to go to the truck, put a gun in my head and commit suicide. And I was just like, wow. He was like, but you talked to me and you helped convince me that I need to be here for my boys. Y'all, this helps with depression. The stress, it helps because it's building your mitochondria up. When you build your mitochondria, your body can fix itself from anything. Y'all, please listen. Your body can fix itself from anything. So somebody that is depressed, stressed, or whatever, share this, because we have to help as many people as possible. Y'all, I can't express enough what it is to get your mitochondria built up. You have family members that's, the older family members. You hear all these people that were 80-something years old, 60-something years old, etc., right? And, the results that they were having. You owe it to them. Somebody was talking about COVID. See, COVID is still going. Now, somebody said, one of my family members had commented because my sister was saying that she had COVID. And they was like, oh, I didn't know COVID was still around. COVID never left, okay? COVID is still going. COVID never left, okay? And you never know when you may catch it. You never know who you're around that has had COVID, okay? Sometimes you'll catch COVID and don't even know you had it because you have a mild case, right? But then you hear some of these others that have the major cases of COVID. They have the after effects of COVID, where there may be their voice. Some people are debilitated from having COVID, okay? Some people are debilitated from having the COVID shots and stuff. Build your mitochondria up. It doesn't make a difference what it is. You wheelchair bound. Build your mitochondria up. I personally have people that are attached to me that were in a wheelchair, not able to walk and everything. Now they're doing just fine. They were on their deathbed, okay? I know people that were having a lot of neurological issues and they're doing okay. So the key to this is get your products. If you're a human, get your products. Get your Renew Body and Mind bundle. So you have your Renew Body and Mind capsules, your Restore Oil, and your Rejuvenate Gel. Y'all heard one guy, he was saying that the guy that Ambrose, 88 years old, he was saying that he the issues that he had, he said he got the bundle, but he also said he was taking a whole lot of the Restore. That means he was taking it multiple times a day. This is a 30-day supply. So if he was taking it multiple times a day, he purchased more than one bottle for that month. But he took his health serious. So he ordered the bundle. But then he got even more of this to put it in his body, right? Because he thought enough of his body, that he wanted to really hit it hard so to make a change. And he did. You heard him say he had not been able to do any push-ups at all before he got on the products. Now he said he's doing 44 push-ups a day? Is that not awesome? At 88 years old, we have Dr. Boswell that's in the Senior Olympics. He's in his 80s. He plays basketball better than a lot of new young people that I know. Okay? And he's in his 80s because he builds his mitochondria up. Those of y'all that's playing sports, man, you really need to be on this, because I had experience with the WBDA where they were doing a tournament, and I had permission from the president to be there, and they were playing back to back. So that first night, that Friday night, they was getting cramps and stuff, and so I would put some of the Rejuvenate Gel on them, so to help take the cramps, help them with the cramps, right? So then by the next morning when I got there, one of the girls said, well, I know you were putting putting something on her. She said, but I don't know what's going on. She's like, I can't eat, my stomach's bothering me, and I can't eat anything. Do you have something that will help me? I gave her some of this and the Restore Oil, and I rubbed some of the Rejuvenate Gel on her. At the time, we did not have the Renew Body and Mind, or I would have given her the Renew Body and Mind. But I gave, we used both of this on her. By the time her mama got there, she said, Mama, she said, I asked Miss Stephanie, told her how I was feeling, everything. She gave me some. She said, I feel good now. She's like, you got to order me this stuff. Her mama came right over there where I was, told me what her daughter said, and ordered it just like that. Because people get multiple results, okay? You have to listen. If you don't listen to nothing else, this is all natural. You listen to these doctors and they giving you all these different medications that have side effects, right? Stop. If you can listen to that, then stop and take action on your body. This is your body, okay? Your body is your temple, right? So you owe it to yourself to get the knowledge. So many people won't take the time to get the knowledge. I actually would think it was week before last, but it was recently. I personally did a test to see how many people would look at what I put out there, right? I put the knowledge out there, and I sent it out to a certain amount of people, and I marked who all I sent it out to. And I know who immediately looked at it and who didn't. It was sad. It was sad. I put the information in their hand. But you know what? Most people's hands were like this because they didn't look at it. They didn't open it up and receive that information I was giving them. And guess what? Their health is still in the same position, or maybe have gotten worse since then, right? Knowledge is power. You got to get the knowledge. Get the knowledge so that you can fix your body, okay? So you can fix your kids' body, fix other family members' body. If you're a coach, you want to share this information with your teams. When I was talking about the WBDA and that tournament, so that was that Friday. So that Saturday, as people were getting hurt because they saw what I was doing on Friday, they were requesting for me to help them, right? And so, I was putting the gel on them, putting the Rejuvenate Gel on them. I was, using the Restore Oil. Well, one of the coaches came up to me and she said, so what do you do? So she was trying to find out what it was I was doing, right? So I shared with her what I do. I teach people how to build their mitochondria up, get healthy by building their mitochondria up. Well, what's mitochondria? Shared that information, right? I said, so, like, for instance, these kids, they may not have the energy to, to do as well in the games, or they may get cramps, or, whatever, right? She said, that's very interesting. She said, I'll be sending my whole team over there. Did you hear that? I'll be sending my whole team over there. And guess what she did? She did send her whole team over there. I was sitting at the table, because they had me going that day. The president was coming. Oh, well, this team wants you over here. Okay, then you come back. When you get finished with them, they need you over there. I mean, when I tell you I was going, the, what do you call it, the medical trainer that they had there wasn't doing anything that day because they were requesting me because they wanted to use the what? They wanted to use the MoreMito products because they were seeing results in others, right? So when they were seeing the results in others, then those other coaches, they knew whatever she's doing with them, we need some of that. So anytime somebody got hurt, they were summoning me, right? So, but anyway, that coach that said she was going to send her team over there, when I got a break and went and sat down, that team walked over there, not with the coach, just walked over there and said, our coach told us that we need to come and get some of what you got. I got up out my chair. I let them sit down one by one. They put their head back. Now, this is a 30-day supply. So mind you, if I'm getting a whole team, this will go just like that, right? So I didn't even give them a whole dosage, right? I gave them 2 drops. So that was a half a dosage, or it may have been 1 drop, because it was multiple people. So it might have been just 1 drop. But anyway, and, you know, it gave them the energy that they needed. And mind you, they was constantly getting the gel, right? Whenever they needed the gel. But they ended up being the champs. They were the champs. And, you know, they gave me a shirt, a team shirt afterwards because they said we would not have achieved this had you not assisted us. One of the girls, she had gotten hurt in the, I think it was the next to the last game. She got hurt so bad she couldn't even stand up. She was in excruciating pain and everything, right? So I went over there. I said, Coach. They said yes. I didn't even have to get it out good. Yes. So as we sat there, I was putting the gel on her. You know, of course, she, you know, had some oil, but I was constantly putting that gel on her, right? So she went from not being able to stand up in excruciating pain to, after we do, she would try it. She couldn't do it. She'd sit back down, put some more on her, right? Then, you know, we must massage it and everything, right? She kept on trying. Finally, she could stand up. Then, after she got to the point where she could stand up, she tried to walk, right? She couldn't walk. Okay, so we sit her back down. I put more gel on her, right? Mind you, I'm steady putting on her what she needs, right? And she finally got to the point, after we did it so many times, and she kept standing up, you know, she finally got to the point where she could take a couple of steps. Put some more on her. Then she got to the point where she could go on and walk. Then, you know, we did it a couple more times. She got to the point where she could run. Then they was like, okay, good. She could get back in there. She was one of their main players, right? They were thinking they wasn't going to win that game because she wasn't playing, right? You know, a lot of teams have those players that they depend on. She got back in that game. And like I said, they won. And so when she came over to thank me, what they, you know, the team came over to thank me. And then she said, y'all give me one of the shirts. One of the shirts that will fit her. And she said, here's one of our team shirts, because we wouldn't have this without you. Thank you so much. That was an honor, y'all, to know that I made a difference in, you know, these the girls, like I say girls, but, you know, WBDA, which is before you get to the WNBA, right? So they were actually ladies, you know. But it was a joy. It was a joy talking to them. Is, you know, some of them had me laughing and everything. You know, some of their testimonials, they just had me laughing, right? But it was just a joy. It was a real joy just to see the improvement that they got, just to see how, you know, how they were responding, how, you know, other teams started responding to everything. As a matter of fact, that Sunday, the medical trainer didn't even show up because on Saturday, nobody needed her. Right. And that somebody finally said, well, where's the medical trainer? And even the president was like, well, you know, I don't know. You know, she just didn't show up. I guess she felt like she wasn't needed, but she should have been there because you never know what may have happened. Right. But, you know, that was experience from that, y'all. And I just love it. My daughter, Kishana, was on the drill team, and she would always keep the Rejuvenate Gel with her. Right. When she get low, she had to have more. Right. Because she had real bad cramps and stuff, right? And so anytime she was cramping, she would use the Rejuvenate Gel. Well, anytime somebody got hurt on the team, she would put the gel on them, right? And so sometimes she would call me, Mama, I'm getting low. So-and-so was sick, or this happened today, so I had to use a lot of my gel on it, so I'm going to need some more. So she's warning me before I even go pick her up from school that she's going to need some more, because she had to keep some of this in her bag, right? So people that are in sports, you need this. We've had, you know, ex-ball players, ex-professional ball players. They get on the product because they are having different things going on in their body. You know, boxers, you know, again, knowledge is power, right? So I learned that a lot of the boxers experience dementia. Why? Because they're taking those blows, right? I'm just like, wow, never thought about that, right? But again, you get to learn a lot of these things. I have learned so much. So now anybody that I meet that was a boxer, I know they need the product because they've taken these blows, right? Same thing about people that play football and certain sports and stuff, right? Okay, my son started playing football when he was 4 years old. 4. Yes, did he take some hits? He took some hits. He's had several broken bones in his body, you know, and stuff. You know, shoot, when he was 4, it had the wind knocked out of him because he was real little, y'all. And so, you know, and I'm just like learning about some of these other ball players that have had dementia because all the hits that they've taken. And I'm just like, wow, if I had known that about football at that time, my son would have never played football. But it's too late now. He's already experienced that. By the time he was in junior, my son started playing football at the age of 4. Then we added basketball, then baseball. So, you know, he went from one sport to another. Football and basketball overlapped each other almost every year because when they went to the championship, then he's still playing football, but basketball season has already started too, right? So he's playing 2 sports at one time. By the time he was in junior high, he had, I don't remember the medical term, but the way the doctor said it's just overusage of his knee. My son had got to the point where he was having problems with his knees. He didn't want his coach to know. He's like, Mama, where my knee is starting to hurt real bad. So for him to tell me, it had to be hurting real bad. So he hid it for a while, right? He said, so I don't know what's going on. He said, but it be hurting me real bad, right? So when I took him to the doctor, that's what the doctor said. He said it was overusage of his knee because for years, he was going from one sport to the other. His body never had a break, right? So see, it's important for our bodies to get certain things. So, you know, people that only play one sport, you know, a lot of times they're not going to experience that because they're just doing that one sport. But see, not only did my son play multiple sports, football, basketball, baseball, track, you name it, he thought he could do some of everything. But I know how to tell him, look, we can't add anything else, right? You know, then my son would go out every day, except for when it was raining, whatever, and he would shoot goals in the basketball goal outside in the driveway, right? So that's study usage, right? He studied using his body, right? But he had overusage of his knees. So what the doctor said was he can either stop playing for a certain amount of time. It might have been 6 weeks, might not even been 6 weeks, but anyway, whatever the time frame was, he said he could play for the rest of his life, or he can keep playing and he won't play for the rest of his life. That was his options. So I went and I told the coaches, you know, his junior high coaches, all right? I told him, you know, what the doctor said. I said, so he cannot play, right? How about I come up to that school one day and they were allowing him to play? I said, didn't I tell y'all my son can play? Because you put him in a position where he won't be able to play the rest of his life. Now, I'm telling you, do not allow him to play. You know, that hurt my son, but I'm thinking about his well-being, right? Because my son wasn't thinking, you know, the way I needed him to think at that time. He was just thinking about because he was so used to playing, right? You know, and he was missing playing. My son loved sports, right? And, you know, but, you know, it's like, look, you got to take a little break so that you can keep playing, right? And so, you know, I just shared that, you know, because so many people have kids in sports, or you may be the person playing sports or whatever, or you may have played sports in the past. If you have been one of those that have done any of that, you want to get the products. Everybody needs it anyway because everybody has mitochondria. And nobody has 100% mitochondria. So this is a game changer for, you know, everybody. You know, all y'all that think, oh, I don't have anything going on in my body, get on the product and then share with us what y'all found out that changed. You know, it may be just as simple as, you know, you having more energy. It may be as simple as, you know, you thinking better. You thinking better because you have some brain fog or something, you know. You know, the older we get, there's things that happen in our body the older it gets. So all these people that thinking, oh, I'm just so healthy. You're not 100%, okay? So trust me, okay? Trust you heard the CEO saying different things. You heard other people saying things. Trust us, right? Build that mitochondria up. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells, right? So build that up and let's get this word out. So if somebody else refers you, get back with the person that refers you. If you're referred by myself or, you know, by coming across my TV show, look in the description and get the information and follow the steps to create your free customer website. And if you know coaches, if all teams need to be on this, you know, all kids need to be on this, especially autism, ADHD, you know, any mental illness. Get these kids on this so they can get off of those drugs that are causing other side effects. Okay. Pastors, listen, you want a healthy congregation? Let's get the congregation and get their mitochondria strong, right? The healthier a person can get, the wealthier they can get, right? Because they can think better, right? And what will happen, pastors, if your congregation gets healthier and they become wealthier, guess what? Then your church will profit even more, right? You know, you can get more help in the church, etc., right? So the bottom line is, you know, let's just share the word, because this is something that everybody can use. Everybody, I mean everybody, from kids, babies. My grandkids use this at a young age. Okay. Casey was just I think he might have been a week old when he first got the products, because my daughters were going to Las Vegas, right? Well, when Casey's other grandmother brought him to me, he was gassy. So of course, what is Nana gonna do? I don't want my grandbaby being gassy, right? So I gave him some of the Restore All. There's a video. If you go to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, go on a playlist. Go down there where you see Gassy and Casey. You'll see me give him the Restore All, because it's a food. It's all natural. So it's safe for babies. I gave him the Restore All to help his gas, right? My daughter had him on a schedule where he was eating every 2 hours. Now, it had been a while since I had children, right? Mind you, now my daughter, remember I told you, my youngest daughter, she's a miracle child. You know, they told me I couldn't have any more kids, right? So, you know, it's been a while since I had kids. But Casey was no longer on that 2 hour, waking up every 2 hours after he had that Restore All. If you watched the episode where I did about ADHD and being hyper, that episode was done immediately after I did the one with Casey. All I did was I changed clothes to make it seem like it was done at a different time. It was immediately done afterwards. You'll notice when I'm talking about the ADHD and being hyper and stuff, Casey is asleep. That's because I had just given him that Restore All that y'all saw me give it to him, right? And you can see immediately after, all I did was a lot of times I'll have whatever I'm going to change into right there. I change into it and immediately do the next one, right? And that's what I did that day. So that one was done, you know, in a matter of minutes after me, you know, giving him that Restore All. And Casey was asleep. My daughter called me that Monday and she said, Mom, I don't know what you did to Casey. She said, but that's the best sleep I've had in a long time. All I did was give him the Restore All. And as you can see, it was still working on him because he was still sleeping very well. And she came back from Vegas and she got home. She was living in Houston at the time. She got home and she was able to sleep real well. But she noticed that difference, right? And she did what? She picked up that phone and she called her mama and you know, and shared that, you know, that was the best sleep that she'd had. Why? Because Casey was sleeping better because he had what? The Restore All. So again, you'll see my grandbaby Cassius. She had eczema. My son has eczema. Keon, he has eczema, right? So normally when she comes over, her eczema is, you know, it's kind of flared up or whatever. So, you know, I have to get her back right. And you'll see me, you know, I show when right after she gets there, me putting it on. I'll show her that night. So that's day one. More, you know, when she gets there and that night. Day two, I do in the morning when she gets up and then at night. So there's 2 for day 2, then there's 2 for day 3, and then I stopped after that. You know, you can see how she was pretty clear, you know, from there. But I just want you to see the progress, and that's why I did that. They're there. Get them, show them, you know, there's other people that have eczema. Share that information. When you go on a playlist, you're going to see multiple things. You're going to see cancer. You're going to see diabetes. You're going to see dialysis, you know, a whole lot of things, high blood pressure, you name it. You'll see a whole lot, and it will continue to add. Because there's so many different health issues, so many different health ailments that, you know, I'll be adding stuff for a long time, okay? Because our motto is to get your mitochondria healthy so your body can fix itself. So anyway, we're going to end here. I've had a great time doing this show this evening. So again, get back with the person that referred you, or if you referred by myself or by, coming across the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, then look in the description. The information is there on how to create your free website. My website is, one of them is moremito.com/S Alford. That's moremito.com/SALFORD. Then you want to click join. Then you want to click referring customer and complete the information and submit it. There is a link that will be in the description below where you don't even have to take all those steps. When you click that link, you just fill out the information, hit submit, and you're in just like that. Just as simple as that, y'all. Then we have videos. We have videos showing you how to do your website. We have videos showing you how to do your order. You can text me, ask me any questions. Text me, not call. Text me. And then if we need to speak, we can set up a time, to talk that works for you and I. Okay. My number is 817-320-2571. I want to hear your questions. We want to help you get healthy, right? I want to hear your testimonials. I want to hear your questions. I want to see that you took the initiative to get your health to the next point, right? By creating your free website. So again, you guys, this has been a wonderful episode. We have these every Monday night at 7:55 p.m. Central Standard Time, adjusted to your time zone. Every Saturday at 10:55 a.m. Central Standard Time, adjusted to your time zone. And if we do record them. If you want a copy of this, then you just go on to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. You can forward these to anybody. These are set up so that you can forward them to anybody. Somebody got ADHD, go on the playlist. Go down to ADHD, send it to them. Somebody has autism, go on the playlist. Scroll down to autism, send that information. The tools are here, y'all. It's just as simple as that. The tools are there for you to use. Use them. Okay? Let's all get healthy together. Okay? Let's all get excited. Some of the times I'm telling you, I've had so much energy that I have to make myself stop cleaning and stuff, right? Because of what? The products help give you energy. They help give you what your body needs, okay? You name it, your body can fix itself from it. It doesn't make a difference whatever the health concern is, okay? We don't do dishes, we do mitochondria. So, you heard people saying, oh, well, does it help this and does it help that? Again, what are you hearing over and over again? Well, we help you build your mitochondria up and your body can fix itself from that. So we don't heal, but we do mitochondria. We help you build your mitochondria up. And then once your mitochondria is worked on, your body knows how to fix itself. And don't we have an awesome God? We have an awesome God because he designed us so that our body knows how to fix itself. So again, get back with the person that referred you, or if you referred by myself, or going to my channel, the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, then or Success on Stephanie, because we do have some information on Success on Stephanie as well. If you want something that's encouraging, you want to go to Success on Stephanie. If you want something encouraging about your health, then you want to be right here on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, right? And so again, I challenge you to not only get your health better, but again, to share this information with other people. Remember, this doesn't cost you anything to get involved or stay involved. Everybody gets a free customer website. You heard the CEO say that. Everybody can refer others. It doesn't cost you anything. You can go from being a referring customer to being a paid rep. It doesn't cost you anything. All you do is go in your back office and change your status from referring customer to paid rep, and you're now paid rep. And then from the time that you make that change on, then you can now pull the money out. And we have different ways that, you can pull your money out, so, the information is here. All you have to do is act on it. So if you wonder about how you can make you some extra money, you can make as much extra money as you want to here. Just start telling people and watch your money grow, right? You worrying about, oh, well, yeah, I was supposed to get this raise at work or whatever, and I didn't get that raise at work. You can give yourself a raise as much as you want to. You only get paid once a month. You only get paid every other week, right? Guess what? You get paid if you go and have 10 people do an order today. You're gonna get paid 10 different times. Okay, it's immediately. Okay, So you're in control here as to what you can do. And guess what? It all started from a what? A free customer website. You take it and do what you want to do with it, because you're going to always have people that have health issues, okay? We can't tell everybody. So we need your help, okay? I can only tell so many people because I only know so many people. I don't know all the people that you know. You don't know all the people that I know. So let's work together as a team and let's tell people, right? So that they can do what? Get their mitochondria built up. Let's be the spokesperson for teaching people how to build their mitochondria up, because most people don't know what mitochondria is. You know, a lot of people learned about it in biology. And I kid you not, I went a couple of months and talked to over 1,000 people, and I can count on one hand how many people told me what mitochondria was. And I was just like, wow. All these people don't know what mitochondria. I had some people say, oh, well, what is it and how do I get it? Well, it's already in your body, you know. Mitochondria. Or they were like, well, now pronounce that again. And then, oh, I'll never get that or whatever. Oh, yeah, once you say it a few times, you'll finally get it or whatever, right? But, you know, it's just been fun learning about it and, you know, and then sharing it with other people. But you owe it to yourself to get your mitochondria strong so your body can fix itself. You know, I really look forward to hearing even more testimonials. I look forward to talk to more coaches. I look forward to talk to more pastors, more teachers, you know, more individuals that have health issues, you know, pet owners. Again, you owe it to yourself to, you know, get your pets on there. You know, a lot of y'all treat your pets just like they're part of the family, right? Well, get their mitochondria strong. You heard the lady on there talking about her pet had dementia. You know, years ago, I didn't know anything about pets having even mitochondria. I didn't know about me having mitochondria, but I had to get educated, right? Again, knowledge is power. I got that knowledge, right? And I continue to get that knowledge. So, but yeah, one of the ladies was talking about her pet had dementia. Somebody else said something about, was it the pet that had problems with the eyes? I know one had dementia. I don't remember I know it was a couple of different times they were talking about the pets and what they had tonight. Another time I know somebody's pet had cancer. I was trying to find it real quick, y'all. I took so many notes. That's why I tell y'all, you know, get your pens and your papers. I took all these notes. All this is from tonight, right? So, again, because this is how I learn. You know, I just glanced down here and it was talking about like the hair. If you do hair, whether you are a beautician, have your salon, whether you're a barber, these are the products that you want to get, because this is going to change the lives of your customers. From growing hair to, you know, a lot of men, they wear their hair bald. Why? Because their hair has come out in places or they've gone bald, you name it, right? This helps to grow hair. You want to get the products, get them in your system. And then you want to make sure you take the Rejuvenate Gel and constantly put it, you know, massage it in your scalp. You can put some of the Restore Oil on your scalp as well. Men or women, you know, a lot of women, they get braids. And braids sometimes depend on how the person does your hair. And if they pull it too hard, it'll take your sides out. This helps to grow your hair in. Been in a domestic violence situation. You heard me talking about that earlier. I was in a domestic violence situation. The person pulled out a lot of my hair at the top of my head, right? What did I have to do? I had to constantly be on the products, right? I'm on the products. But I had to take the Rejuvenate Gel, which I have some of the Restore Oil in mine as well. But I took the Rejuvenate Gel and I would just massage it in multiple times a day. I may have did it 8 to 10 times a day. And, you know, I overcame that. My hair grew back, right? I will tell y'all another thing. When I was actually, I've done radio and TV for many, many years. And I first started out speaking about domestic violence, right? So that same individual that pulled my hair out, one night, he put his hands on me. So I'm just keeping it real with y'all. You know, people that's been through violence, they need it, okay? Helps take pain away and everything, right? So he had done an act which caused me to pass out, right? Well, when I passed out, I had a burn on me from where I hit the carpet. Well, with me doing the TV show, the radio show, it was fine because couldn't nobody see me, right? I controlled everything from my computer. So people could just hear my voice. They couldn't see me. But because I was doing radio and TV, the days I had to go to the TV station, you could see me, right? I couldn't go up there with a burn. You know, I didn't want people asking questions. Here I am talking about domestic violence and experience something. Mind you, I was just trying to get my stuff to take it to my new place, right? But what I had to do was I had to use it multiple times a day because of that act, because of that very act. And so there was, I think, 2 days in between that happening and me doing my next show. When I tell you I put this on multiple times a day, I probably put it on probably 10 to 20 times because I did not want to go on TV with that burn, right? And so by the time it came for me to do the show, I was fine. Nobody knew anything. Nobody knew anything. As a matter of fact, my kids didn't even know anything. I was able to disguise it where nobody knew anything. So when I tell you these products do wonders, so if you say have a group home of battered women, they need the product. They need the product, So, or anybody that's been in any type of abuse, bruises, you name it, pain. I've been in pain where they don't do it where it's showing, right? And you make your ribs maybe hurting and sore and everything because they didn't hit you or push you around or whatever, right? This helps you. Let me tell you, if you've had those concussions, right? Because sometimes people push you up against something or hit your head up against something or whatever. And if you had those concussions, you owe it to yourself to get these products in you. If you've had a concussion, you want to make sure that you take even some of the oil and rub on your temples, so all that, rub around your eyes, all that gets into your brain, right? To help you with that. Rub it on your neck. And you definitely want to use this as many times a day as you can afford to do it. And do it in in those same areas. You can never use too much. These are all natural, okay? And just trust me. If you know somebody that's been abused, you want to get them that. Because you never know what somebody has gone through. They may share some of it, but 9 times out of 10, they're not going to share it all. But when I tell you these products work, if you're wondering about, a gift to get somebody, these are great gifts. Give them the gift of good health. This is the gift of good health by getting them the products, right? You can order them for yourself and then create them a website and order to have it shipped to them, right? Just get them going. Just get them going. We owe it to everybody. I don't care, young and old. I don't care whether they're playing little league, whether they're playing professional football, professional baseball, professional basketball, soccer, you name it, whatever the sport is, they all need it. So we have something that works for everybody, okay? So this is something you don't have to worry about. Say, oh, it's saturated or whatever, like, because other things, you get saturated, right? You don't have to worry about this because you can use this all over the world. We ship all over the world, okay? Not just in the U.S., all over. We ship in other countries and everything, right? So there's no territory. There's no territory. We have something that can help everybody. And you don't have to worry about whether this person has talked to somebody, that person, because there's enough people to go around, okay? So, again, let's get the word out. And I am truly finna let you go. Again, if you were referred by myself or from coming across the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, then look at the information in the description. It will tell you, it has a website for you to click on. It has the directions on what to do, etc. We also have information on our playlist as to, different ailments. We have on our playlist, how to create your website, how to create an order, you name it. And again, you can text me any questions. You can text me, if you need me to help you set your website up. If you need me to help you get your order done, whatever we need to do, I'm here to help you. The number is 817-320-2571. If you need me to send you reminders of the conference calls, we even do that as well. You want to text MMCC, which stands for MoreMito conference call to 817-320-2571. Make sure you put your name on there so we can save you in under your name, and then we'll set your reminders to go out. So whatever we do to help you, we're here to help you. You know, it's a team effort. You're not here by yourself. We're here to help you. You know, we're here to help you get those results. So hey, let's get those results. Hey, let's get healthy together, right? Okay, y'all, have a wonderful one. If you did not like and subscribe, go ahead and like and subscribe and share this with as many people as possible. Y'all have a wonderful one. Have a healthy one.